Yeah.
You're gonna confuse the people, man.
Confuse the people. Do you have a favorite song?
All right, so let's not do 4K.
Why?
Let's just say-
Okay. Want to switch it off?
Yeah, because it was fine before, but the last time I did it, because we did longer.
Yeah.
So I figured we can do a little longer if we only do one since we're up so much. But it took a long time.
To download? It's your card, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can switch it.
Yeah, let's do. But it depends. But it's not gonna look that much. It's not gonna look.
Shit.
Bad, right? Is it gonna look that much better?
Bad?
Yeah.
You just when you zoom in, you definitely see a difference.
All right. Because it looks crispy right now when I do the. That's worth it. When I'm doing the edits, it looks crispy.
Yeah.
All right.
You definitely see a difference.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
1,100 minutes. Okay.
Well, you good then? You worried about time versus quality?
Okay. No, I just gotta. I was driving. I was like, hey, it took 4 hours.
Are you doing it while you're driving?
Yeah, I was just like,
yeah.
Man, I just left it on.
I wish we can get Chris in here. Would you like to be a part of us, Chris?
No, why not?
Let's see.
Why don't you eat sushi? I don't know why that's bothering me.
Why don't what?
Why don't you eat sushi?
Why don't I eat sushi?
And don't tell me about raw food because you eat pussy. So.
Whoa, we are on camera. Sorry, y'all. We are live right now. Y'all didn't hear that, right?
My mom logged in.
My mom was logged in. No, it's not. I don't eat sushi. California rolls. I've had sushi before. I just don't like. Ooh, I think it's just too close to the seafood that I don't like, which is shrimp, crab, and lobster.
Then don't eat. I'm allergic. I don't eat that stuff. I don't
Right.
eat the fish.
And I associated that taste with all those.
So you don't eat fish, period.
I eat fish. I eat all the other fish.
But just not raw.
Come on, man. It doesn't sound great. Why is fish the only fish food? Meat is great raw.
Hey, man, I had the same thoughts until
You tried it?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I think
Eat
you
raw.
and Yo told me about the one place in Culver City that was like they got good sushi. You should try it out. Is by Howard Hughes. Yeah, and I tried that. I was like, nah, I can do without it.
there's a better. I mean, there's a spot in Valley I like a lot.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like the best sushi in LA.
Where is the valley?
Nigga, stop it.
I'm serious.
How long you been in LA? You don't know where the valley is at?
Too long.
You don't know where the valley's at?
I'm thinking like Santa Clarita.
No, that's too
A
far
little
out.
above that, you got to come down a little bit.
The valley is over the hill, past Hollywood.
To them, which is house we go.
Just north of Hollywood.
Yeah, anything north Hollywood is the valley. I would say inside, it's kind of tricky. I would say inside the 405, above Hollywood, is Glendale, Burbank considered the valley?
Technically not.
Because the Woodland Hills is considered the valley too, right?
Sure. Yeah. So technically it's not, but so I guess you would say like anything from the 405 to the 5, but
Yeah.
I think Burbank goes through there.
Yeah.
But I would count all that. I counted all of that.
What was I supposed to get up to do? Oh. Why was that funny, nigga?
No, I just
Welcome to old day.
got fucked up. You know what I mean? You just took a sip.
Too hot? Is it too hot? Too sweet?
I put water in there. No, I took a sip and just went down the wrong.
Oh, I was like, why was that funny? Oh yeah. You cool adding Chris?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just need to add another mic. So when you what?
I'm looking.
No, I gotta go get it. I'm about to you can come and sit talk to no one's gonna talk to him, but
Did you log in already?
yeah, I'm already in.
Oh.
She's gonna sit in the middle.
Ow!
But
What's
as
up,
of
y'all?
now, young Chris.
Oh, you are live.
I left my
Yeah.
coffee.
I'm so glad I didn't say all the things
Oh,
that
boy.
was on my mind.
Oh boy.
You gotta let me know.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you was gonna say something.
We said a lot of reckless shit on here, so if you beat us, that's crazy.
Yeah, Chris gonna fit right in. She's wild.
That's craziness. What's up, y'all? What's happening? Are you Lackaroni and Chazers? How we doing? I guess they'd be Lackers. LAC. ERS, right? Lackaroni and Chaz. We all that? Lacers? Nah, that sounds good. Wait, are y'all hiding in the back? Y'all hiding? You hiding? You're hiding in the back? I'm sorry, I'm extremely sleepy. I stayed up playing Madden all night for some reason. I was winning 2 games by 2 touchdowns, and I lost both of them. And I was the Lions, and that's exactly what happened in the playoffs. Fucking suck. Hurts. It hurts. I'm out of practice, but my defense was on. Once they made adjustments, I was trash. So then I was up to 1 something, probably almost 2. I've been trying to steadily get back in, and then I haven't in the last. Shoot, since my car went down, I haven't played tough. Right now, I'm playing this other Star Wars game, Jedi Order, because I missed it during my broke days. And then I'm playing Madden on the side. And then I got to get back on Smash Bros. I broke my Switch because I dropped it. You know what I mean?
Smash Bros. Sound wild.
Yo, Smash Bros. You know what I mean? Super Smash Bros. At that. It ain't just no regular Smash Bros. Y'all in here? Why y'all being quiet? This is crickets in here.
Oh, word?
Yeah, usually they'd be like, hi, what's up? A little something, an ellipses, anything. An ampersand, perhaps. There's Big Sis Chris. Are you in
Where are you?
LA? You should change your whole name to Big Sis Chris. Are you in LA? That's just
Please.
always classic. Never gets old. I think about it sometimes. I just be driving.
Yeah.
Are you in LA?
As soon as she said, what you say? I wear a sign. What you say?
She was like, I have 36 double D or triple
I
D.
got 36 double D.
Like a triple D. Dion said.
Are you?
I
I got a 36 double D. Are
He
you
said,
in
oh,
LA?
but you like nigga, how does that equal?
Hey, can I beat you in this?
Big Sis in LA 3.
I never looked it up.
Whew, it's funny.
That's why I look forward to it.
What's up, LaShonda?
Sure,
LaQuisha.
there was content.
LaShonda.
Hi.
Isn't when that Petey Pablo song? LaShonda. Freak Elite. Isn't that you, LaShonda? When you're in there? Freak Elite? Isn't that you? LaShonda. Lucretia. Something like that. Say how you like that,
Shout out to
daddy.
her, man. She cool.
LaShonda G, a real one, man. Real. That's real. Who else in here, man? Why y'all being quiet in here? Who else in the house? Who else in the building? Man, I can feel. I didn't have coffee yet, so hopefully I wake up a little more.
Coffee wakes you up.
Yeah. Huh?
Coffee wakes you up.
Yeah.
It does nothing for me.
Especially when I'm like where I am right now. I'll perk up soon. But I was trash on daddy issues. I felt so low energy. I was like, come on. Had a troll in daddy issues today too.
You got a troll?
Yeah.
You specifically?
Yeah, some fucking named Elijah Green.
It's a real person.
I remember this fuck too, huh?
Do I troll him back? I love
Well,
it.
they're not. We don't have the same audience.
Yeah, he was on daddy issues, but I was talking about the grind, and Keon said that it's hard to do 5 shows, like produce shows with audiences in LA a week. And I was like, hey, I was like, there's plenty of shows to do. I was like, you just gotta work. And he was like, nah. I said, nigga. I said 100% you can do all these shows. And then this dude was like, Chaz didn't do that many shows. Chaz didn't do such and such. And I was like, hey, do we know this dude? Before I
Right. Before I chew his ass out.
yeah. You know? Play that shit. Don't play that shit. I do sometimes. You can only roast if you're the homies, man. That's
Right.
it. If I don't know you, shut the
If you
fuck up.
can say, shut your ass up.
But y'all the homies, you know what I'm saying? You guys out there. Y'all the homies. Otherwise, I don't like that shit, man.
I don't like that shit at all.
With my banana, I don't like that shit. What's up, Kai? What's happening? KHY? Is Kai short for something? Is it like Kai?
Cayenne.
Kai?
Scoot over Chaz this way.
You find sitting on the corner when you get you like a pillow or something right in that crack.
Short for Kyrie. That's what's up.
Don't get that. You sure you don't get a pillow now? Because you can roll that.
That's what's
like
up,
you think I'm
Kyrie.
a fall?
You won
No,
the
I just don't
original.
want you to-
How old are you, Kyrie? You won the
Because
original
if I fall
Kyries.
in-
It's a popular name now, but you was the first. I don't think I made any Kyries before. You know any Kyries outside of Kyrie?
I dated one.
Kyrie,
Yeah. Some Kyries.
It was brief.
are you?
He acted like a Kyrie.
Of course, you can't do that to the side right here, Chaz.
Closer to
Yeah, right there.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
Put the mic in.
Oh my God, do you hear my knees? Jesus.
How that? Got the sound down on here. Thought I was weak. It was an awkward name until Kyrie Irving blew up. Damn. My name is still not anymore. But when I grew up, I hated my name. I hated Chaz so much
Why?
because people were like Chaz rhymes with Taz, rhymes with Spaz.
Get
Chaz
my
sounds like
ass.
he either has good credit or he'll blow your back out. I see nothing wrong with the name.
Now people are like, I thought you were like a white surfer dude. That's all I was
That's
hearing.
Chad.
No, that's what I would get for Chaz. No one ever met a black Chaz. I was
You
the
recording?
first. No.
Hmm.
Trying to think, man. Where is that? When I had when we were pregnant, because I put in work too.
Look at you.
When we were pregnant, I had a few names picked out for sons. Cairo was one.
Cairo.
Yeah. Cairo was on the list. Cairo was on the list. We were talking about I didn't want a Chaz Jr. That wasn't on the list. What was it? What are you looking for?
My earphones. See one of them.
Oh,
This nigga took mine.
my bad. My bad, dog.
Do this. Just bring it around.
And then Black Panther hat came
Can you
out,
have
so we were talking about
more?
T'Challa.
You hold this.
Okay.
Don't drink it.
T'Challa would have been a great name.
T'Challa.
Yeah. Black Panther came out with like T'Challa.
Mm-hmm. Having fun up there, Chris?
Listen, it's just finesse. It's a little finesse, a little patience, and look. Boom.
Okay.
Give me my tea. Thank you.
You got all the tea, huh?
Goddamn.
All right, and recording with her. All right. Your mic is here.
I'm gonna have to do this
Yeah,
separately.
Chris. Huh?
I'm gonna have to do this separately. I'm gonna have to like time it up and put it separately.
Do a clap. And then you can do a big clap. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep. And just you gotta sync those up together. That's it.
I'll do it before I go.
Before you go.
Before I leave.
Oh, we're not even just shot, huh? This is all Chris's
You gotta squeeze in.
This is all her
It's
right
the
here.
Chris show.
Yeah.
The hat.
It's like, hey man, I read Lackaroni and Chaz. Who is this woman?
You've been hacked.
Yeah.
All right. How's that look? Looks good.
Yeah, there we
Has
go.
the laptop always been right in the middle of the shot?
I mean, I got nothing.
I mean, has it? Or was it just me?
Yes and no, but I moved the camera back. Because
Okay.
the camera's usually closer to us, but since we had to move back,
Okay,
people were
okay.
in the shot.
I don't think anybody would complain too much.
Yeah, and we're covering up her hoo-ha. She don't have any pants on. I'm being
My
silly.
skirt
I'm
is-
being silly.
It's
Chris is out here with no pants on. She's our
I-
entertainment.
I always wear skirts and
She
dresses.
is-
I enjoy being
She's
a
Chris
girl.
the entertainer.
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
I'm not in jail. How are you?
Yeah.
I'm great. This is just like your go-to phrase when people
That's
say how you
not.
doing.
That's how everybody knows where I'm at in life. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, I'm not in jail. I'm not.
But
in the
were you
grave.
in jail before?
No, but well,
Are you
okay.
definitely
Define
afraid?
jail.
Whoa.
Like being like in a holding cell. That has happened.
Oh yeah. How many times?
1.5.
How'd you get the half there?
Like almost.
Mm.
Almost.
Were you?
Then my uncle came.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah.
Uncle
I was younger, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Were you reckless younger?
I was intentionally angry younger.
Intentionally.
Yeah,
You
I wasn't.
angry
no, I
on
was.
purpose.
Yeah,
Why?
because
Because what?
Because sometimes you have to, let people know don't play with me.
Everybody? Were you intentionally angry like all the time, or were you like, hey y'all, and then you see somebody, you be like, hold on, let me change.
You know what?
And then
That's
you-
exactly what it
you
is.
turn into
Because
angry
for the
person.
most part, I would be very calm
Mhm.
and very peaceful,
Mhm.
and then I would be played with, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Okay.
all right. You didn't like me as what was it, David Banner? So I'm gonna turn into the Hulk.
David Banner.
Did you have a angry like vibe aura?
No,
Okay.
no, very very peaceful, but it was always like, ooh, something's brewing beneath the surface.
Do you have an anger problem?
I went to anger management.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
What is? Have you been locked up before? Like arrested at least?
yes, that's what I said. 1.5.
Jesus.
1.5.
How about you, Chad? You've been locked up before. You've been overnight locked up.
No, I've never done
Overnight.
overnight now. Mm-mm.
They
But a
gave
couple
me,
couple
fresh set of
hours.
clothes every day.
Boy, I've
Still an extra large. Yeah, thank you.
the worst I've been, and this
Still.
is exercise. It was like, I know you wear a 3X, but we're still putting an extra large.
Appreciate you.
We want to see the muffin top.
I was much smaller than I could fit in. But what's funny is that I couldn't fit the little drawers they gave you.
Oh boy, you just went raw dog.
I was like, man, my ass
Hey,
is way too big.
Boxers
Yeah,
are
yeah.
briefs.
And I was in much better shape.
What kind of drawers they give you? Boxers
like,
or briefs?
you know, like boxers.
Yeah,
Okay.
These little white boxers. And I was
Yeah.
like, nah, I hope I don't get fucked.
yeah. Oh, he's already
Yeah,
primed and ready.
I don't see no panties.
I said, "Oh boy, he's already been simmering."
I said,
Simmer what?
oh, boy.
What was that word?
I created 2 words.
Say it again.
Simmerated. I'm trying to say. I'm gonna say
How'd it sound the second
simmering
time?
and
Assimilated?
marinated.
Oh, marinated.
He's been already simmerated. I'm like, damn. I hope I ain't heard that.
You feel good about it?
I don't. I'm
Good.
happy with life.
Oh,
How
boy.
are you doing? I'm not in jail. How are you?
Yeah. So I want to tell my almost locked up story.
Wait, I'm sorry. Let's give Chris a real.
Yeah. For those who don't know, this is a very fresh, great, good friend of mine. I met her, I would say 6-7 months ago.
Your concept of time, boy.
How long has it been?
The all death party was Christmas.
Oh,
We
was
are in March.
3 months ago.
It's just seemed longer because I'm trying
Yeah,
been a
we've
lot
been
to deal
chopping
with.
up. She's a great writer, great comedian, very well spoken. I love her voice. I want to use her somehow. She's a singer. She's an artist. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's give a warm rousing applause to none other than Chris Harrison.
Hello.
Yeah, man. We've chopped it up. We've done a little punch up, some jokes and stuff, man, and
Soulful
turned-
conversations.
Right, turned out to be a really,
Yeah.
really good friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
He wants my mother, it's-
Man, if y'all would see this woman's mother,
Mama
when
fine.
I tell you,
I'm gonna pull up a picture.
oh boy,
Don't do that.
Actually,
I
you
got
still
a
have
thing
one.
for older
Boy.
women.
huh?
I said, hey, don't do that. I got a thing for older women. You know what I'm saying?
Mrs. Jones.
Mrs. Jones.
Vintage vagina.
Oh
Oh,
yes. You said she's on her 4th marriage, right?
5th.
Oh
Nice.
boy, I can't wait to be 6.
Miss
Hey,
Love 'em
I
and leave 'em.
I call 7. Let's double.
Say that?
Oh, I got
Wait a
this.
minute, I'm wait. Oh, you just jump over to 6.
6A, 6B.
The funny thing is, I hate to say it, but who's the niggas like, I'm gonna be different? Like, anytime we have like a woman has like,
It's vintage Cheryl.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. She
yeah,
looks fun.
Well, somebody's like,
This is mother now.
Man, come on, mama.
She's 64.
Mama knows she fine too.
Yep.
She does.
she got the squinty light skin eyes.
She got the body still.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's go, mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's mama at? Where she live?
Jersey.
Are you in LA?
She in Jersey, huh?
I won't let you be my stepfather.
Oh boy, hey, this happens, which is crazy.
Yeah, probably be a really great step.
Oh, man, I know I would.
Say it with a straight face.
No, he probably
would be a
would.
great
He's a
stepfather.
great father.
I would
To
be
me,
a
though,
great stepfather.
You
Yeah,
would be
I
a
mean,
great stepfather.
Is that
to me.
disrespectful?
Is what disrespectful?
Is it disrespectful if you meet a person.
Mhm.
And he's like, no, I don't want you.
But your
I
mom.
want your mama. Like I met your mom through you, and it's like, wait a second. I was about to shoot my shot with you, but hold up. Like I didn't have a relationship with her. I was just like, hey.
Even if you did, like, even if y'all were where you are now, friend wise,
Mhm.
and you just met her mom, and it was like, "Take my breath away," right? The
No, but
song
that used to
played,
happen.
the
when I
wind
was
blows,
younger.
right?
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh my god, I just met the most. Who is this angel?"
Yeah.
You gaming her up already,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My name is Dion. I'm over here.
Right.
I got a couple of kids, and then she's like, "Oh, hey, mom," and you're like, "Yo, it's your mom."
That used to happen to me when I was younger. Dudes would like me, and then they
Mhm.
would come over to the house and they'd
Damn.
meet her. And I'm like, so we're just not doing
Damn.
homework anymore?
Are you still here?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, that hurts, man. That hurts if somebody was like, I want your mama.
My mother Solange'd me my whole life.
Damn.
I was like, here all this time I thought I was Beyonce. Guess not. Guess not.
Solange me.
Yeah.
Man. Well,
I'm glad Solange is the youngest versus the oldest. That would do something to someone's head.
why?
Why?
Because it's like
You had
I had a
extra
head
years.
start
Mm-hmm.
at success,
No.
and then
Like Venus and Serena.
But-
you're
I don't think
But they're
Venus
both
goes-
successful though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she's not Serena.
There's a
successful.
huge gap between Beyonce
But
and
Solange wouldn't be. I mean, Serena wouldn't be as good as she is. She played the best player in the world her
Right.
whole life,
Right.
right? So I go like, the youngest should be better. The
Because they
youngest-
learned.
You have
Yeah.
that person
Well,
who's
you proving my point.
Yeah.
If she's singing next to Beyonce the entire time and going on tour where she should be like, and she can sing.
no. What you were saying that you was like, oh, I'm glad she's the youngest, but it's like, no, if she was the oldest, singing's a little different though.
Yeah. Because
Beyonce-
talent.
Talent's talent, but also Beyonce's a monster.
Yeah.
And her work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
Think about Michael Jackson.
Right.
Like he has a whole family.
Yeah.
A very talented people.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you consider them talented?
Oh.
All of them?
Jermaine, Tito,
Yeah.
Marlon.
No,
were
they can dance,
talented
play
backup
instruments, and
singers.
sing. Wait a second. Let's not. Had there not been a Michael Jackson, all those cats would have been very popular. Could have been on their own.
You really
You think
so?
that?
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't they?
Why aren't they still doing it now?
Like outside of Gary,
Because
Indiana?
then you go, you guys are Michael Jackson. brothers."
No, man.
Dog,
There's
Mike.
still Marlon. There's still Tito. There's still
But there's
Jackie.
Michael Jackson.
Rebe.
Yes, but they're still making music.
But
Why?
there's Michael Jackson. And now once you're the Jackson 5 and Mike left,
Mm-hmm.
whenever the Jackson 4, they all had a chance to be great.
Yeah.
They all had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because even
And
what
they
was
dropped the
what was his
ball.
name? He had one hit. I think he had two. One of the Jacksons. the
I
oldest
promise
one.
you don't know it.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
look
yeah.
it up.
I can't think of the song, but
I know you don't know it.
100%. He had a hit song.
I'm certain you don't know it.
I promise you.
I promise you it never charted.
I promise. I think it did.
There's no way that besides Janet, none of those niggas was talented.
Yeah, dog. That is
They
not
were just
true. Wait a
convenient.
second. No,
They were just convenient.
dog. Them cats were doing the moves.
Yes.
Those
Who
cats were,
else?
Those cats were playing
They
instruments.
were children
Wait a minute.
dancing.
Those are
Wait a
guys
minute.
also playing instruments.
All 9 Jackson family siblings have now had solo hits on the Billboard charts. Tito Jackson,
man.
the song was "Get It, Baby."
Because
on,
Michael
everybody
Jackson
baby.
reposted it. Michael Jackson, I got you, man. Wow.
Oh, Jermaine had a hit, bro.
I promise you don't know
Dog,
it, man.
they're all very
Listen,
talented folks.
Listen, the reason why they are great is because they were actual family and they were children. They were competing against the Temptation old ass men. 4 Top. They were like, wait a second, these are children going against these big ass niggas. So it was like, this is just fun to watch.
No, dog. Think about this, because we're talking about the same thing about work ethic.
Yes.
If Michael Jackson had not been there, those cats still would have been popular. They
Mhm.
still would have been popular.
Yeah.
They would have had their time.
Right.
Mike is different.
Right.
He's an exceptional anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few of those ever,
Right.
right?
Right.
They would have still been a popular group. They'd have been a Jackson 4. You'd have been like, remember that Jackson 4 hit?
Yeah.
You'd have known. They would have done ABC. They still would have done 1, 2, 3.
Let me step in by
Could they have
saying,
done those without him though?
Yeah, I don't think they had a choice. Joe Jackson was going to beat them in the Super
that's like, who's the star? Joe Jackson or Michael Jackson?
Joe.
Joe said,
Joe was gonna make a star, and it was Jermaine before I was the lead singer before Mike, and then Mike was. They were just like, "Yo, dog, who's this talented kid? He's amazing."
I'm curious if you know any of these songs since you
You don't.
claim
I can name
That-
you. I'd probably We'll have to
You
hear.
ever heard
What's about
of
Jermaine?
Centipede?
She just made this up.
No, I
These
swear.
are
it's
tall tales.
Billboard.
That's by Latoya.
Maureen Reeve Jackson. She had Centipede. You ever heard of Plaything?
That sounds very familiar.
I'm aggravated by all these names.
Get It Baby by
No,
Tito.
I don't want to get it.
Come on, here you do. Bet you was like,
Daddy's Home,
y'all know that one by Marlon.
Jermaine.
There you go.
See, you don't even know the names.
Play the song though.
Do I have to?
No, we can't
Good.
because of YouTube. But
Let's Get Serious.
y'all know that one. Let's get serious.
I'm about to walk away.
I thought that's Let's Get Physical.
What?
That's Jane Fonda.
What are you talking about?
Is it Jane Fonda? It's not the Jacksons.
Where you going? What?
I'm gonna grab my coffee.
Uh,
being silly.
Bet you're gonna need my loving.
Bet you I need my loving.
There you go.
Don't Go.
Baby,
you could
don't
go. This
you
is the song
go? Don't you go?
That was Marlon.
There you go.
Let's see. Love You Honey
Mm-hmm.
by Randy.
There you go.
And then here's what's funny about this article. When they get down to Janet, they don't even put the song titles. All they say is 40 charted titles on the Hot 100.
killing.
Like too many to even
That's
mention.
how I feel about when Jay-Z said, I heard y'all say y'all made ho, okay, ho, okay.
Go make another hoe.
Right. So I was like, when people say, when Joe said, I'm the one who made Michael Jackson, it's like, nigga, you had a chance to make a lot of other Michael Jacksons, and you're 2 out of 90, 2 out of 9.
Hey man, you have 2 superstar kids.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Who was the third? If it was like we needed the top 3 Joe Jackson children, who was the third?
Jermaine.
Jermaine?
Jermaine.
You think Jermaine's talented?
Jermaine was the guy.
What did he do?
He had his song.
What song?
I
I literally just read it.
All them niggas
See?
blend in with me. All them niggas. I don't. If they was like these are the rest of the Jacksons. Who is who? I was like one of these niggas. Marlon, Tito, Jermaine, Jackie. If they have, yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Jackie.
See,
Jackie didn't even have a song.
See?
Who was the oldest kid? I think it was Jermaine, right?
Yeah.
Oldest Jackson, bro.
Keeping hope alive
Oh,
for this
Jackie.
false belief.
No, look, man. Hold on.
Why does your mic sound so much better than mine?
Who?
What's the way I'm talking? You're using a smooth
I'm
voice.
talking like this, dude.
Especially right here.
Mm.
Yo, this is. That's what's
Spicy original, y'all. What's up?
What's up, Spice? Sorry. What do y'all think, man? Do y'all think that all the Jacksons are talented? Talented. Not everybody can be a superstar.
The
but
question
talented.
is, was Joe Jackson talented?
Yes.
I think he was like in a whole singing group.
But was he talented?
I think
Was he?
was.
Yes.
What did he? Come on, don't
I
you
think-
say that with confidence?
I think he
Yes,
was like in a whole singing
I
group and
think
stuff like
Kris
that.
Jenner is probably one of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life.
Sure, but
That's pimping. Pimping is
yes,
a talent.
As in you, I think Joe Jackson was the Steve Wozniak. He's the one who formed and molded. But as far as like him getting on stage and dancing and singing, I don't think he had what it takes.
Those that can't beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that's the phrase.
It is today.
Those that can't.
She just creates stuff. You
It
know
makes
what?
sense to me.
You know what? Frankie Lyman always said. She creating
Beat that
quotes.
bitch with a bat.
Did you do it?
No, well, he did. And then he threw the puppy. That's the one thing I remember from that movie. When he threw the puppy off the balcony.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the remake.
Little Yorkie. I was like,
I can't wait
oh.
for a remake. Speaking of remakes, before you look that up, what 90s biopic would you want next? Drew Hill, Destiny Child, SWV, Escape, Run DMC, yeah, I'm in it right there.
But you're saying a remake?
No, just a movie. You know how they have biopics like the New Edition. They had the Temptations. The
5 Heartbeats.
no, it's not a real movie.
It is in my head.
Straight Outta Compton. You know what I'm saying? When you have those remakes, like, oh man, I would love to know their origin story. Which 90s group you would like to see the origin story of?
I don't want to see Drew Hill because they're all from Baltimore, and I don't want to hear all the weird U's.
Well,
and
then
R's.
tell me what you want then. Tell me
I see what you did
need.
there. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's nice. What would I want?
I don't know what y'all.
Let's see.
I want
Beyonce
Drew
is
Hill.
not going to
I
allow
want Drew
Destiny's
Hill.
Child.
I mean, Destiny's Child is a great story. The jag, the drop, the pickup with all the this nigga right here.
Y'all remember this song?
Is that a pompadour he has?
I got it.
That is a very current picture of him. He
I got it.
created that like within the last 3 years.
It's like his whole head has Bajine on it.
I had to edit this out the clip, but this is smooth already. This ain't smooth.
Is it?
This ain't smooth.
It's a great song, but I haven't heard of it.
It's because you haven't heard of it, Dion. It wasn't in your era. It wasn't in your era, Dion. How many great songs you haven't heard
When did
of?
it come out?
84?
Ain't no way. With that picture?
No.
Yeah.
You've heard this song.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have. You've heard this song.
No.
This is a. You haven't heard this song.
No.
Ask them.
Have y'all heard this song? Do what you do when you're doing to me. That's not. It's not. Oh.
How y'all be reading all this small print?
Well, it's
Sorry,
usually
man.
closer when you're not here.
Because I'm like,
Right. It's usually like right here. I've never heard this.
Bro, this
you
is
are dedicated.
a real song.
You're
man.
dedicated.
Yeah, you was holding on to that.
I just couldn't remember what it was called.
You had a premise. Everybody was like, "Boo!" He said, "Hold on, it gets better."
You know,
He said, "Hold on, it gets better."
I would want to hear none of those actually. Brownstone.
Nigga, nobody care about Brownstone.
The reason why I would want to hear Brownstone is because Michael Jackson discovered them, and that's what I find
Spice
interesting.
remembers that song. I remember that song. Come on, Spicy.
Spicy's
You just
live.
text her.
Ooh, Escape would be a good
I don't know
story.
Brownstone.
Escape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I gotta go with Drew Hill, man. If y'all seen the Untold story, I said, nigga, this is a story.
The unsung,
Yeah, what I say?
untold,
Unsung, yeah, unsung.
who?
Untold.
Mm.
The untold, unsung story. I need that, man, because there was so much behind the scenes chaos that was happening. Like, you know, Woody quit on the set of Wild Wild West. I know it's kind of crazy. Like he kept trying to preach to them, said, God telling me we should be making this type of music, man.
Really?
The one with Will Smith?
Yeah.
What was
Because
he doing there?
he's a part of the group. Woody, the dark skin one.
Wait, what song you talking about?
We're going straight to the Wild Wild West.
Wait. That was just one person. It was just
That was Drew Hill. Yeah. And do. That was them in the background singing. So in the beginning, you'll see the whole group.
I don't like how much you know about Drew Hill.
Nigga, I love Drew Hill.
Wow.
I need this story to come out. Because they have a crazy, like chaos was happening behind the scenes.
You love Drew Hill and haven't heard their album, which is nuts.
Oh,
They have a new
boy.
album?
No, this is old
Wait.
news. This is old news. The last time we talked about Drew Hill, I said Drew Hill is my favorite R&B group, but I haven't heard the entire album. Because of
Oh, then
that,
that's not your favorite group.
Albums.
because he said that, I secretly listened to all of them. So now I'm caught up. All right. So now I was
Now
a
they're
fan of
officially your
all their
favorite?
singles. I was a fan. I said I don't need to hear the albums. The singles is enough. Like I don't need the meal. The entree was enough.
So
All right.
you're a radio single groupie.
Yes,
Wow.
it was enough.
Oh boy.
It's like two extremes. You don't know enough about him, but you love him, and he knows way too much about obscure
And you don't
shit
care
that no
about
one cares about.
Yeah,
What you guys talking about? No one cares about the Jacksons?
we already got
No,
the Jackson story.
We don't care about the Jacksons without Michael.
Wow.
I don't
They
make the
are
rules.
people too who have
They
contributed
were people who no one else really cared about.
quite a
Janet.
lot to Black American music history.
Yeah, Janet.
No,
The fact that you
them,
said-
the five.
The fact that you said, "Oh, there is a Jackie," I forgot. He's, oh yeah, there is a Jackie.
Jackie was behind. So Jackie's the one who ran away from Joe. He didn't want to put those bricks on anymore.
I gotta see that movie again. Well, you know they got a new movie coming out, right?
Who?
Oh
yeah, with his
Jackson.
nephew.
Right.
Who looks just like him.
Right, look dead on him. And
Which
Mike's-
version of
Mike
him?
Smash.
Nia Long is playing the
Black
mom.
version.
Black version. His nephew looks like the black version or the bleached version.
The black version.
Oh boy,
He looks like the version who was starting to get a little work,
damn.
but like Thriller version. He looks like Thriller version.
Who are they gonna have for the
dark skin
the
version?
vitiligo version?
I really hate that he was such a huge star. He couldn't allow that vitiligo to overshadow his talent. He was like, I gotta offset it.
Well, he's gonna look like a cow,
Yes, I get it.
and that's gotta suck.
Right, I get it. Everything
It's
you're
different
saying
when
is-
you're a regular person,
right. In 2024, it would have worked.
for sure.
Right.
The supermodel.
Right,
Winnie.
right.
Mhm.
Winnie, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I'm too huge for
Winnie looks like a Chanel purse.
Not.
And she already looks like the merchandise. It looks expensive.
Yeah.
Is this real? What is this made of?
You know that little candy, the cow tongue? You know what I'm talking about with the
With the
cardboard.
cream and
Uh,
the wow.
Yeah,
can't
he was
see
like,
that.
he was like, God, I cannot be the biggest star in the world looking like this. I have to offset this. Doctor, what can you do? Nothing. He said, okay, can you just bleach the rest of my skin?
Why couldn't they just make them all darker? Like, why'd they go one way?
It's gone.
Like, not all of it.
It doesn't absorb any more color.
Yeah,
That part.
but just like, there's not some kind of like, I'm gonna go with this makeup on.
Is
What parts?
vitiligo like what's the thing with the real light albino? Is that kind of what
It's going towards that direction. It's, as in, you only can cover up with makeup, but you know who else got vitiligo? Terrence J. He wears makeup to cover it up.
I knew he wore
The,
foundation. Thank you.
The host of
106
106
and
and
Park.
Park.
Oh,
with Roxy D.
yeah.
Yep.
That show still on?
Yeah. No.
It is?
No.
Oh,
But he wears it. You can see it. I mean, somebody he get a bad makeup art, you can see they got him. And it is weird because the vitiligo always happens like around like the mouth or the
Mhm.
eyes. It's never just like it's just my back. I'm good. It's always in the frequently.
Vitiligo's like, hey,
I want to be
Vitiligo. Hey,
What?
everybody.
taking a picture, y'all.
It's
What's happening?
that annoying buddy. Vitiligo,
You
chill.
just stay on my shoulders, bro. Nah, say cheese, nigga.
Why are you ashamed of me? Like a drunk father coming at the soccer game. Oh, I'm here now.
No, Bill. Uncle Bill, no.
Vitiligo just passes out in the middle of the goal. Vitiligo, what?
Overshadowing.
Your face is crying. Vitiligo sleeping drunk.
Hey, somebody get back. Oh, I'm here to stay, baby. Back. I'm here to stay.
Vitiligo trying to get back with your mama.
it was more than that though, because he did the nose
Yeah.
trimming, shaping.
Well, it makes sense because if you're gonna turn your face white, you can't look that white and have a black nose. It was like you
Why
start.
not?
I don't think that's what happened.
I'm certain.
The nose came first, didn't it?
No, when he started turning white, he said, "If I want to look
So
white,
Google.
if I want to look white, I have to look white." That's why he chopped his lips half off. He's pointing his nose. He straightened his hair. Everything he did was like, if I want to look white, I have to look white.
But why did he go for like a white man? Like he could have tried to look like Brad Pitt or somebody.
To do
Or
blonde,
Chad,
blonde
Or
hair.
Chad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he could have went to like somebody.
like Dave Chappelle when he was
What
white. in
what
the-
white
the
man?
skits.
With straight hair, good. Yeah, white men had the perm. Well,
He-
not perm, but just straight hair. He
I just
couldn't
feel
line
like
it out.
he went white woman when he had options.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like you had options, bro. You could have picked any. He could have went. What was the dude's name in the 90s, 80s? David.
No, the nose did come first because I'm thinking
Yeah.
Thriller. He was still
Yeah.
part of the more melanated community then. So yeah,
I want to see the gradual from his videos of it gradually
the
happening.
progression.
Yeah, as in like, here it is. Like what video does like what is it? Look at his skin, look at his look at his cheeks. It's like something's happening there.
Off the wall.
Wait, what about?
I think off the wall.
Is when it started?
That's when it started.
The curl happened first. He never had like a low cut, did he?
Mm-mm.
He had a Jerry curl for a long time,
Could you imagine Michael with a Caesar?
And then his
or a box.
A tight
and then his
fade.
hair caught on fire.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
The Pepsi commercial.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I probably never grew back, so I always heard it was a wig. That's the
So,
rumors.
yep.
Yeah.
A man unit.
Also supposed to be when he started taking painkillers.
Mm.
That's supposed to be a thing, which is
Yeah.
why supposedly he was still doing like propofol and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just. I mean, people get addicted to painkillers easily.
But what I got to do with his hair though?
Well, nothing technically with his hair, but I heard that's when he started taking the painkillers.
Mhm.
But I think that leads you down to let me take these pills. Let me take these pills, and then I think by that time he did propofol, it was like that was the only way he could sleep or something like that.
Mm.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You
I mean, honestly, if people are jumping your fence to see you, people are breaking your necks to touch you. You can't go to the grocery store. You are always looking over your shoulder. You
I
have
go to the grocery
hired security 24/7. It's like I can't rest because like I'm always being sought after. Everybody wants to make music with me. Everybody wants a meeting with me. Everybody wants me to collaborate. Everybody wants me to write a song for them. Everybody wants me to perform. And it's like it's too much. And he's like the first of his kind. So it's like he didn't have an experience like person. Like what would you do in this scenario?
There were superstars before Mike.
Who as big as Mike?
Yeah,
Elvis?
That was
he his advisor?
No.
Did he come to him for advice?
Sammy Davis Jr. was huge.
Not this huge, man.
It was at his time. James Brown.
But it wasn't to the people
They've
are not
always had
breaking
mania.
their
Wait a
neck.
second. Wait
They've
a
always
second.
had mania.
Wait a second.
Fan mania is always
Those
been a thing.
guys they're superstars
Yes.
before they were superstars.
But to
the
the
Beatles,
point,
he worked with Paul
Oh,
McCartney.
God,
advice.
yes.
Wait. He worked with Paul McCartney.
Sure.
It's a Beatle.
Right.
Who were bigger? That's everybody's benchmark. They were the Beatles. They
Right.
were the Beatles.
Right.
He had people there.
Right. But who was advising like, hey, when your stardom get this big, man, just know this was
Quincy
what you gotta
Jones,
do.
he had a ton of people to talk
Do
to.
you think besides the Popofore?
The who?
Popofore.
Mm-hmm. I said it correct.
Yeah.
I just like making him think he said it wrong.
He didn't say it correct.
I didn't say correct.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Popofore.
Oh, so we're both done.
Okay.
Continue.
That's if I said it.
Do you
correct,
think Michael Jackson dabbled in the heroin, coke, crack, anything? Just kind of see what this is about. Because in the 80s, 70s, niggas was like, hey, this is the new cigarettes.
I think
Everybody
that's
did.
probably why he got his nose done, so he couldn't do anything.
Oh boy, and chewed up his nose,
Nothing
yo.
went up there.
With just it's no deviated septum. It's just all in there.
He's
Just
just like, hey man, you got to just reshape all this.
You can still do coke with a deviated
There was
septum.
just nose. It was
it's just one big hole right there. To chew it up the inside,
You could do it.
huh?
You could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you say this with experience.
Because I got a lot of coked up white friends. Yeah.
Oh.
And they have deviated septums.
You
They
just
still,
doing coke?
a couple of them actually, yeah.
Mm.
No, I think that I think he probably did coke in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody did.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Michael Jackson didn't try coke.
Right.
At least.
And when you have the accents, everybody's like, hey, bro, let's party here.
I don't think he tried heroin.
Was
But
he
probably.
dark and Billie
If-
Jean?
If
Billie Jean.
what happened?
No, he was light. He was light and Billie Jean.
If Michael Jackson stayed the color he was originally born,
He never would have been as successful.
Yeah.
yeah, would it been the same mania?
No.
Because Thriller, he was black
Mm-hmm.
and he was this is the greatest selling album of all time, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he didn't have that success, but they became a circus. You know what I mean? Even when it started changing colors, then when the whole child thing happened, that was like, insane at that point.
Having the kid or touching the kids?
Touching the kid.
Oh.
That was like, that whole accusation, that became like a whole nother, circus on its own.
I hate that we just blew by that is his kids. He's still a black man. How did the children not look like mixed children?
You don't know what kind of DNA Mike had. He
Man.
might have got it all changed.
These kids came out white.
all of them too.
White hair. It's not like, I see a little black hair. You do it as Michael Jackson. Check this DNA, man.
Wait, those are like legit his kids?
That's what they saying. There's no way them kids,
Those are the
It's
luckiest adopted kids on earth, bro.
there's no way.
There's not another pair of adopted kids who are more lucky than a Jackson.
They're not even accidentally like, I can see, it's not like a
Are
Drake-ish.
they though?
It's not like
Are
a,
they lucky?
Dad's dead and his legacy is touching kids.
but he's still Michael Jackson though.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
no matter what.
mean,
you can get in a lot of doors without Michael Jackson's.
hey man, Paris was on a whole show. She was like on Stars or something.
Yes. She's on the Hulu show. I think she almost won a Grammy. Not Grammy, Emmy, when she was in
Emmy.
Was it Swarm?
She was on
She was on the movie Swarm.
She be working.
Yeah. Like you can get in a lot of doors. Hey, I have a meeting with Michael Jackson's daughter. Oh, bring her in. Yes. Let's see what she got. I know she got money. Let's see if she can fund our film.
But she can't.
I know she can. And let me call Uncle Jackie. Nigga, she got too much.
Auntie
food.
Janet?
Nigga.
Come on, man.
I hate that we just accepted it. That these is his kids.
I hate that the family accepted it. They were there at the christening.
I hate it.
Who's the godfather? I am.
Because I can see one of the kids being more white, but does it 3 kids?
2.
2 kids look all the way white.
No, isn't there 3? There's like Prince, him, and Blanket.
I hate it.
Blanket. Oh,
They have no black DNA. There's not even like, oh, I can see the nose, I can see the hair.
Maybe they all have vitiligo.
Oh no. They came out vitiligo.
It's probably hereditary. And if his was that excessive, then they might all have vitiligo. It
but
might
the
be
nose is too.
vitiligo nose.
Vitiligo.
That's the thing. Look it up. It's Google.
Vitiligo sounds like a Mexican like villain, don't it?
Who?
Vitiligo. Vitiligo.
You killed my family, vitiligo.
I did. And I cleaned it up with bleach. And I do it again.
Do you know Blanket's real name?
It's not Prince.
It's not Blanket.
Oh, what is it?
I just learned something.
What is it?
Bigi.
Oh shit.
Worse.
Bigi. Bigi.
It's worse.
Prince Jackson looks like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Who's the parent? Is the parents all the same woman?
Let's see.
Prince Jackson looks like he played the guitar for Korn or something like that.
These are not black children.
That's what I'm saying. I hate it.
Look at them.
Those are white kids. Them kids are eating.
There's nothing. There's
People talk about these kids getting adopted from like Africa by white people, but this adoption,
yeah,
this is the greatest of all time.
Man, yo,
nah, man,
I hate it. We just accepted it.
And then remember the woman who was like their mom,
Debbie or something.
And she didn't even look like his type, like anybody's type.
I said, what does Michael Jackson have over you that you had to take care of his kids forever? What did she find out about you?
Right. I'll keep the secret if you take care of my kids.
Claim them as yours.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I had my first child.
I hate it. I remember my homegirl, I was talking to her, I said, man, Michael Jackson kids look nothing like him. She said, Michael Jackson don't look like Michael Jackson. That was a great punch, boy.
What's that?
Woo!
Debbie Rowe.
What's up?
Where is she at today?
Debbie Rowe.
Where is she at today, dude?
What Patrice on the column? Well water white women.
Well water. Oh my God.
This ain't top shelf.
Boy, yo.
Well water.
I hate it. I need a break. I need
a break from what?
I need to find me an old woman that's just like I just need a young man who can just rub my feet on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm gonna leave the money.
She don't want you to do more than that, buddy.
Go on Craigslist.
I'm fine with it. I just need, and I'm gonna leave you the rest of the money. Can you just talk to me Tuesdays and Thursdays?
You are not getting that for money.
Huh?
Yeah, you are. There are
you got to
websites that will pay you to cuddle with people.
Man,
yeah, that's for like not no rich lady.
Yes.
No, the rich lady's gonna be like, you know what you gotta do? You gotta go scat down there.
Go scat. Need you to beatbox some of vagina. So this is a true story. This is a true story. You know my true story is always loosely based. Right? So just know that if somebody look this up, just know that it's never going to be the exact.
You know, all my true stories are loosely based.
This is a true
Quote
story.
by Dion Black.
So there was a woman who got injured on the street. A young man, a black man, found her, took her to the hospital, and visited her every single day. Hey, how you doing? Just want to know if you need anything. I'm fine. I'm good. A whole month went by. She ended up dying. He comes back. Oh yeah, she's dead. She left him everything.
You want to be that man?
Yes, I would love that, but I'm not taking care of that woman every day, though. I'll tell you that.
Why not?
I mean, I would do it maybe the first 2 days. Hey, I just want to check on you, and now start calling. Hey, let's call and see how Odessa's doing.
Well, I'm sure by that time you can see how much money she has, right?
Why am I looking at her bank account?
No, I'm just saying you'll probably like, you need help getting home, and you're like, you live here? By yourself?
No, she stayed in the hospital the whole time.
Not to by yourself.
But you are here. Hello?
Now you spooning her like, yeah, what's going on? So this is your little.
How many
humble
rooms you
little
got in here?
That's a red flag question, sir.
Who helps you clean here? That's how I would start. Who helps you clean? You need help? Anything you need change? You need some light bulbs changed? That's how I started off.
How about a change of
You need someone to dust that vagina off? Because kapow, be trying to get her pregnant. It's gotta be one left.
Oh my God.
Gotta be one left, a bandy egg in the crevice.
Yeah.
In the deep depths of her vagina. There's gotta be one egg. I just need to get He's like, fuck it.
Knocking that dust off of it.
Yeah.
What's wrong,
Ladies, stay
baby?
single. This is what's out there.
You good?
This- wow.
I'm married. What do you mean?
Plotting on somebody's grandmother like that.
Great grandmother,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Oh, she's great.
Hopefully the grandkids aren't even around
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
She's too old. People forgot about her.
That's the
Predatory.
worst. You know what? It
That's
sucks.
terrible.
You can't be a predator on somebody who's old.
Yes, you can.
No, you gotta predate on someone who's
Predate. Credit. You know, the worst is the last day of her death. I mean, as in, like, this is the day they're about to pull a plug, and you standing next to her, signing the power of attorney, like, and you see grandkids come, like, hey, I'm your,
You gotta sign.
I'm your grandmother's friend.
Too late, folks. Hey, help me. He's underneath.
Let go. She got like,
Is the plug underneath the bed? Hold on.
you try to unplug it. Grandma, don't.
Anyways, we have some new stuff coming in.
I'll be over there to grab the rest of my stuff.
You guys can all leave now.
No. What do you say her name was? Odessa?
Odessa.
Are white
Odessa.
women named Odessa? That sounds
That's
black.
very black. Odessa. You know, a lot of names are men names with an A on the end. Like, you know, Henrietta or Erica.
No, that would be Henriette.
Henrietta?
You said with an A on it.
Yeah, anytime, because it's like the father was like, damn, I really wanted a boy. Like, God, I wanted a junior. Can we just add an A on the end? There's a lot of our friends who have that A on the end, like,
Blank.
Looking to see if they're in there?
huh?
You looking to see if they're in there?
You be like Dava. Sometimes like Tommy. I'm sticking with Tommy. Let's see.
No A on the end, but
Kavina.
I was, you know,
Kavina. Feeling that one's made up.
Yeah.
Kavina. Like Kevin?
Yeah.
That's just
That's probably out there.
he's like,
There's
are
probably
they
a
in there?
Kavina out there.
Let me see.
For sure. There's what these what? There's some unusual in the chat. There's some usual in the chat.
Unusual.
Got mad file for that. What do we do? Straight elder abuse. What is elder abuse? What part?
There's some unusual in the chat.
Oh, there's some usually in the chat. The names.
It's still wrong.
Okay, unless you're talking about the names. Door stories are.
When you say y'all mad foul for that, do you mean them or me?
Y'all is all of us.
No.
Y'all is all of
I
us.
disassociate.
You're on the couch, a foul. So
It's
you're
a
with
comfortable
us.
couch.
Well, you're with us because you comfort being foul.
Yes.
You're
This is
just you're in
true.
your comfort zone here.
It's true. I was telling somebody that the other day with the like healing and therapy. I think I'm done.
You done?
Yeah.
As in, like
I don't want
want
to
no
grow
more-
anymore.
I don't want to fill up no more. Stop filling me up.
I don't want to grow anymore. I'm good here.
I'm good here.
Yeah, this is where I get off.
I've always been worried
That's
about
probably like a red flag.
somebody saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what are you about to untap?
Because I'm tired.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go
tired.
past this.
There's
I'm
always
sick of
another way.
apologizing. I'm sick of feeling
Yes.
like no.
It's
that's-
like a never-ending 12-step program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
That's gotta be
Because it's like we unpacked the first 12 drawers. And it's like, all right, now it's like, whoa. I think we're done here. No, I was going to talk about your father. Fuck him. Leave that closed. Hey, I just want to know why you have issues with men. Ah!
Yeah.
Zip. chain, not nail.
Yes.
This drawer stays closed.
Yes, I feel like healing is like doing a
Working
bunch
out.
of laundry and then somebody tells you now you got to put it away. I'm
Nah.
tired.
But then once
Nah.
it's away, you're done until you know.
No.
Exactly. Then you got to just.
I would
keep-
say
I'm tired.
therapy is working out. You're like, I'm good at this. Oh yeah, I'm good at this. You get real buff up here. Like now it's time for legs. You be like,
And that's why so many men look like Bambi
And you
because
like,
they
I wanna do legs.
are tired.
I don't want to do legs. You're like, hey, it's good. It's actually your foundation. No, can we just do some hit, some calisthenics? Can we do some yoga? Can we stretch? Like, no, it's time for legs. And it's like, but I'm buff. I look good with no shirt on.
Oh, I think all therapy is supposed to do is just say, why do you feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just to get you talking because people just bottle shit up,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then you go like, well, probably because when I was 5. And they go,
Yeah,
that out.
there it is.
You're in a safe
Yeah.
place. You can let
Right.
that out. No one's here.
Right, right.
Because when I was 5.
Yeah.
Do you think that most people go to therapy because they now I'm talking like you,
Mm-hmm.
genuinely
Anna LaBosha. Let me
genuinely
use you.
want to get to the bottom of something, or they have exhausted talking about the same thing over and over again with their family and friends?
I think you got some jazz.
No, go ahead.
I think a lot of times they need someone to agree with them,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes, oh, I didn't look at it that way because it's this non-biased person that has no skin in the game. And then a lot of people keep their thoughts, feelings, emotions inside and are constipated with what direction to go. And it's like a therapist is like, here's some X-Lax, get this out, push it out. And it's like, but if I push it out, that means I'll be hungry again in the morning. It's like, no, you're filled with shit. It's waste. Get it out. You're like, but just know if I push it out, that means I'm not fulfilled anymore. It's like, it's cool. We can get you some healthier food. And that's get it out.
Do
Like
you
that analogy.
equate being constipated with being fulfilled?
That's the mindset of somebody who needs therapy. As in, like, they think if I let it out, I'm about to be empty inside.
I think people go to therapy because they don't have answers, right? And they go, I'm off, something's wrong, and I'm going to ruin everything if I don't get some help, right? And then I think once you get to therapy, you realize that you're not that special, you're not that unique, that these problems have been around for a long time, and most people have had them. And so most therapists, they're trained to handle different aspects because it's not like we haven't seen a version of this somewhere before, unless you're like one of these extreme cases, right? And so I think it's one thing to also know is like, hey, dude, honestly, because most people have these ego problems. And then I think after that, it's the childhood issues and why you are or operate the way you do still in these days, right? And people are still trying to understand why this is ingrained in them. And they can't, and then you have to be like, let's unpack this, let's unpack that. And you just never took time because we're working and we're in relationships and you do all this other stuff. And here's 1 hour a day, just unpack something. That's just for you. This is just for you time. And you finally get to go like, all right, let me take a second to breathe. Because there's people who's always wound up. And you stay, and some people stay super busy on purpose so they never have to face these things. Right.
I have friends of mine where I asked them, I said, are you okay being by yourself? And I don't even mean just from a relationship standpoint, like just in general, they will spend all day, if possible, being in the company of somebody else.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's
sad.
I never want to be in that space where I'm so afraid of my own thoughts that I have to constantly
Be busy.
find. Yeah.
I love being by myself.
I do too.
I hate being around people. I'm uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
This is usually the worst part of my day is being around people.
I need therapy to come here. Yeah. I definitely I worry about extroverts when they feel like, what we doing today? What we doing today? Like, what are you running from? What responsibilities are you running from?
See, I got confirmation when I asked about the foulness. Jesse said it was y'all, not me.
What do you mean? I think she was talking about something different. I don't think she meant us. I mean, that could mean anything, You know what I'm saying? She said, Beauty, what is your name? Is she asking you?
Oh,
Or me?
Chris.
I'm Chaz.
Hello.
Hi. Talking Beauty, me. And Beauty was his name.
Back
Drew
to that
Hill.
goddamn Drew Hill bio.
Like Drew Hill. We back, baby.
Cisco's alive, right?
Oh my.
What?
Yes, he's alive,
Well,
man.
I don't keep up with him.
Cisco does seem like a guy who would die of AIDS.
AIDS specific?
That would be. And if someone says Cisco died of AIDS, would anybody be like,
Damn.
yeah, I didn't see that.
What AIDS? He could have gotten hit by a
boy.
He
car.
fits the perfect description.
He could have fallen off a ladder.
Or
Stepped
if that
on
hit
by
the
a
news
giant.
in 1999, Cisco. Make her the thong song. That's the way it is. I'd be like, "Ooh, it's probably about
Oh
right.
no.
It's probably right.
No.
Yeah, let's get see that. He's a shot. That
Yeah.
was a shot. Cisco, no. That's
Hey,
not-
I watched that movie today.
What?
Straight out of Compton.
Did you?
That nigga said a human body tends to have 200 to 250 T cells. You have 14.
Dang.
He said, no, doc, no, run the test again. He said, we did several times. And
14.
that nigga said,
It shouldn't be funny.
he said,
Whoa.
I mean, he been going for a long time. And then they said, so what we're going to do is prepare for like a good hospice. We said, no, doc, I'm good, man. Just give me some pills and something, man. And I felt bad because I was like, how long was he going? Because at the very end he started coughing and stuff.
14.
Yeah, 14. So I'm starting to believe that when he got jumped by Suge Knight in the movie,
You think he did something?
I'm promised he probably injected him with some stuff because it happened right after that.
He had an injection of AIDS.
I mean,
pass me the AIDS. I'm a status.
I mean, if you got somebody who have AIDS, just and take out the vial. I don't know how long this blood lasts. Because you could
So
just
it couldn't be from fucking a whole lot
sure.
of
But what is the odds of his wife, his children, and nobody came forward and said, "Hey, he gave it to me either." So I'm saying nobody has like, "Hey, yeah,
I mean, but
he gave me AIDS too."
we're just now getting into that era where we like to be like, hey, guess what so and so gave me? Like it's a
Mhm.
weird badge of honor now, like a flex.
Wait a second. What
What you talking about?
I could
Who's
literally
bragging?
pull up so many different blog sites where you'll see these girls like
Wait, are they famous people?
where famous people have given them something. Like now,
Usher giving someone herpes?
Yes.
Exactly.
Like now
Mm.
people love to be like, oh, me too. But back then, like
Yeah.
think about how scared
now I feel
your
like it's for
aunties
money.
and mamas are that Freaknik documentaries coming out.
Right.
Like back then, black women, they didn't want to be like, no, suck dick, no, not
Do
me.
y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this Breakfast Club interview?
With who, Angela Yee or
Magic Johnson was on Breakfast Club.
No.
Charlamagne said,
Wow.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Charlamagne said, you ever thought back to the day like, I knew it was that nasty bitch.
He said nasty bitch and cream.
He said, I knew it was that. I knew the day.
Oh, Charlamagne.
No, boy. He laughed like, well,
He's like, what? Well, actually,
that was the
let
day.
me tell you.
Because it's hard. I mean, you know what's wild? Because if you get caught with an incurable, of course you got to be like, it was that day. Or it's like, I got to treat this person. Do you put them on blast? Is that defamation?
Not if it's true, right? I don't know.
Is that defamation? Like,
It's
she did it.
No,
what
it's
if
not.
it wasn't her? Then
You
it's
got to
not
get her
right.
tested first.
Because then no matter what, they're gonna be like, you don't want with AIDS. Like, he was wrong. It wasn't me.
Right. But now she's out in public and says, so you sleeping with yeah. And is golly, dude. Cause you do it in private, because you gotta be mad at everybody. Cause you gotta be like, man, was that orgy? I gotta ask like 14 girls, who was it?
if you have their phone numbers.
Oh
You
boy.
But you don't. Well, I guess you have to track by who dies.
I mean, but not
You gotta
every.
be
I
like,
mean, Magic
come on,
Johnson been
man, this is
alive
getting out of
forever.
hand.
Well, yeah, well, he's fine. They don't know the AIDS anymore. They said they can't find it.
It goes away. It's not gas.
His ass.
It does.
Yeah.
His ass. They said they can't find any traces of it, HIV in
It's
him.
on his.
That scares me
Yeah.
when I see those commercials and they say, like, when I hear words like undetectable HIV, I'm like, oh God.
Yes.
Undetectable. That's
That
terrifying.
is
to me.
terror.
You're still supposed to tell people, or it's illegal.
I want to see it. Like, I feel like you should be blue or something. So I'm
Right.
like, oh,
Well,
Yeah.
that's
AIDS.
not cool.
my favorite color is blue, but it would also let me know this is a bad blue.
Wait a
I
second.
shouldn't.
They
you
shouldn't
know.
have to go through their life and being like, somebody could have gave them AIDS. Now I got to be blue.
But let me like.
And I was like,
undetectable.
oh, they would get treated terribly. We'd be throwing rocks at them.
Mhm.
Listen, think about it. This couch is
Mhm.
beige, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was dirty, like if somebody had just smeared shit on it, you would
Mhm.
see it
Right.
because there
I-
would be a
I
stain,
don't
and
think-
you know I shouldn't sit here.
I don't think somebody with
Because there's shit
HIV
here.
is the equivalent of being shit on the couch. I don't think they're the same. I don't think they're related.
Would you
in
like
that
me
way.
to pick a different color?
I
It should be
wouldn't
pink.
say a color. I would say at least like a bracelet or like a charm around their neck to kind of like let people like I'm a registered.
It should be like an ankle monitor
It sucks.
because you could take something else off. I could snatch this chain off right now.
I think as long as they're just upfront. Like, hey,
Most
Niggas
people are not
not, man.
upfront, and a lot of people don't get tested.
I think a lot of people would be upfront to be like, hey, by the way, before we start dating,
You see
I'm
all
HIV,
those
but it's
benches?
undetectable.
With syphilis and black gonorrhea, a lot of people are not getting upfront and tested.
I know many men who would
Understood.
smash if some chick was like, yeah, but it's undetectable.
Mhm.
Oh, we cool then.
Yeah. You know
That
what's wild?
terrifies
You know what's really wild? I don't know what podcast I was on. I was like, if your celebrity crush
Mhm.
said, just FYI,
Mhm.
I have
Mhm.
chlamydia.
Mm.
I need it raw.
Oh.
But
Mhm.
I have the antibiotics right here.
Oh.
So as soon as we do it, you
Mhm.
can take your antibiotics, it'll be cleared out in 3 days. So would you, first of all, why don't you do it right now? Like, would you still do it? Everybody like, yes, absolutely.
My guys be like, why don't you just call me in 3 days? Just take the. Why aren't you taking this?
I'm going to Ghana tomorrow. So do you want this or not?
See, I go down a rabbit hole of darkness, and then I'm thinking like, okay, if you have chlamydia and you're offering this, how many other people have you offered this to?
This is how she
And
got
if
chlamydia.
you're just
Yeah.
like smashing people raw, how maybe those people that you smash raw, maybe they had the AIDS and
Oh,
you didn't
boy.
know because
Yeah.
they weren't blue
Yeah.
because Chad didn't want them to get, beat up on. No, I'm
No.
not going to.
It would be fine if it wasn't my celebrity crush,
What about cerulean?
but I'm going to smash some of Hayek. So
Yeah.
that's happening.
If she said I have chlamydia.
Yeah.
And
What else you got? That's it.
No, that's it. That's
What
it.
if she had undetectable
Mhm.
AIDS?
How undetectable?
Do I need to bring out a magnifying glass?
Does there like a meter?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
detected it.
I'd be like, well, how's your husband doing? Is he still
Yeah.
alive? Is he coughing? He looks healthy. I'm in there.
Is
Mhm.
it the cough that bothers you, not the death?
Besides, it's easier for women to get HIV than men.
This is true.
You know what I mean? So I'm probably
You-
fine.
you-
I have a good
this
immune
is
system.
this is an old
Oh,
joke,
God.
but I have to say it.
Okay.
You know, HIV don't kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the AIDS.
No.
It's the pneumonia.
Yes. It just beats,
Your immune system
kills
down.
your T cells to the point that anything go inside your body, bacteria, viruses, is like it's a free fall.
Mm-hmm.
I think HIV got a bad rap. like it's actually a good cleanup crew. And it's like y'all niggas are useless.
But they're not useless.
it just they got a bad PR. They go in your body like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm here to keep him alive. No, you ain't doing this. Get your ass out of here. And it's like, wait a second. Wait, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. They were actually helpful. Can we bring them back? And it's like, no, okay. We just gonna sit here and see what else can come. And then it's like, wait. This is a clearance.
It's like, hey, HIV. Hey, glad you guys are here. We got pneumonia coming in. Okay. No, they're taking over. We have to kill them.
You should have had T cells do that. You should have.
You got rid of them all. Sounds like your problem.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch on a throne.
I can't be watching the world burn. Nigga's Joker. Just want to see the world burn. Thanos smack.
Let me choke shot this heart right here.
How you doing, buddy? he was like, what's his name, baby boy?
Yeah. How you doing?
Ving Rhames.
There you
That's
go.
crazy.
I used to have a thing for Ving Rhames.
Is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
He doesn't look great.
He doesn't?
Yeah,
Man, he was in one of those
skinny.
Mission Impossible.
Right. He's in all of them.
He looked like a big swollen,
Like navel.
like an Audi.
What does
He
your
looked like a
navel look
big
like?
Audi.
An Audi?
He looked like a giant Audi.
Audi.
Ving? How do you spell Ving?
Ving.
Ving.
Venga. I think he's Indian.
You know Ving?
He looks bloated.
Vin
yeah.
Rhames? Hold on. Vin Diesel's not his real name.
I hope not.
Nigga, we're talking about Ving Rhames.
Did
Yeah,
he
but-
have a nose job?
But Rhames could be a real name. Vin Diesel?
I mean, Diesel's a very common last name.
How many Diesels do you know? Shaq? Who else? You don't know any Diesels?
We have reached an hour, brother.
Hi, Chris. Oh, Chris, are you correct? It's not you. It's not you. Oh. So Jesse's agreeing with you. He was trying to attempt to obtain Chamberlain numbers. Yeah, man. Oh, dirty Smurfs. They just need their own dating app. Plenty of HIV. I would put her on a timeout if she was in the chat.
Me?
Tony Baker's
On timeout?
Raw is law.
You know what's wild is
Get checked every 3 months.
Wow.
sex is so great. God was like, we got to add something to scare these niggas off. Like, let's give them STDs. They was like, fuck, they got antibiotics. Let's give them something that's going to kill them. It's like HIV. It slowed them down, but they still at
The
it.
fact that people are like, they won't stop.
At first started off with marriage. Like, we only going to allow this with marriage. And it was like,
Let's
a
cheat.
lot of these people are fornicating. It's a lot of adulterers.
But then they were like, but you can have as many wives as you can afford. Yeah.
I think it was like they're getting pregnant. There are a lot of fathers that's not in the household. It's like, okay, let's give them STDs. And it's like, well, they still doing it. They're infecting a lot of households.
Bro, it's not. Remember the movie The Quiet Place?
Yeah. What you mean? Remember, that's very current.
They were still smashing though.
Yeah.
It was like, there are monsters.
Yeah.
Is that what the thing with the sound?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are
crazy.
That freaked me out. If I'm running
Yeah.
for my life, my libido's dead.
Yes.
People are gonna
Like,
say,
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't know if they were already pregnant because that was like, was it a few months after the day one? Because she could have been pregnant when the first incident happened.
it wouldn't matter, bro. We know damn well.
You killing a
people
baby?
smack- Huh?
You gonna pump the baby?
No.
No.
I mean, if that baby won't shut up. Yes.
No, man. You just all. You gotta kill the monsters.
No, man.
You gotta find a way.
They detect any sound.
You gotta find a way to kill them.
I sadly, very sad, but y'all have to understand. If my wife said I'm pregnant, month one, I'm like, we're gonna have to pump your stomach. I'm gonna have to, because I can't, because this baby is not gonna respect the
But
quiet.
you got 8 months to figure it out.
No.
Yo, maybe we can escape.
Now you
We'll find
fellow,
another
now
place.
you are in love with the baby now.
You got to get out of there.
Dude, the fact that they had baby powder walking on cement, you think they had everything soundproof. They're they're cooking in silence. They're laughing, having entertainment in silence. You think this baby goes like, yeah, I see what's happening here. I've already been debriefed on what's happening.
You're like, wait.
They had to put a baby in a cooler with an oxygen hanging out so he can cry on his own. It's not life.
Figure it out.
I
You
have
gotta figure
never
it
met
out.
a
Oh, you never seen this
child.
movie?
No, I've seen it,
Okay.
but I can't think of a single
But-
child worth me possibly got. Like, I haven't. No, I
What are
haven't
you
met that
talking
kid
about?
yet. This is why I'm not a parent, because I know it's not in me to be like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. You
That
might grow up to
movie-
be a serial killer. I don't know.
That
Like,
movie was great.
no.
The fact that she stepped
Nah.
on a nail, walking up the street, the fact that she had to have a baby without crying, pushing out the baby.
Was that baby worth it? The answer is no.
The baby was in the other room, yo.
Of course it was worth it. That baby grew up to be a great monster hunter. Could have been one that changed their lives. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
The baby was like, I'll figure it out how to.
Mm-mm.
Also, the baby is going to grow up. What's the word? Dumb?
Mute.
Yeah.
Not
It's-
knowing how to-
you can't say dumb no more.
I think the word is mute.
If
Okay,
the baby
because-
was deaf, would they even know?
Because they can't even talk to the baby because they don't know how
No, we have a new way of communicating.
Like that, now the baby's whispering. Like, why are we whispering?
You have an ancient dialect now.
Yeah.
When you start talking, hey, now the monsters are gone.
Yeah.
Ancient dialect. The kid's gonna grow up learning how to speak English for the first time.
Right.
Do you think the point of that movie was to let people know they talk too
Shut
much?
the fuck up.
Oh,
That's what I got from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My dream
Absolutely.
vacation is one of those retreats where you're silent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I would do
Yeah.
those if I could bring my PlayStation. They want you to like be involved,
Mhm.
but I was like, if I can just sit back and play games all day,
No, I don't television, social media, nothing. I like
I just want to sit.
COVID. I loved it. That whole
I had
like
a good
everybody
time.
was in the house and away from me.
I had a good time. Outside the
It's
people dying,
amazing.
I had a good time.
It was
Yeah.
good.
I don't like how people are like, well, only 1% of people are dying. I go like, for the whole world, that's
It's
a
a
lot.
lot of people.
There's 6 billion people on Earth. That's 6 million.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the right people.
You know what really bothered me when it comes?
Hmm?
What really bothered me when it came? So I gotta say this:
Nobody
all
knows
businesses had SBA loans. They got like PPPs, right? Why was funeral homes getting these SBAs and funeral? Like, nigga, y'all businesses are
Booming.
skyrocketing right now. Hey, we ain't got no clientele up in here, nigga. You are killed.
They're
The
like,
morgues.
we got a coffin. Hey, take all that money out that coffin so we can get her in there.
They were like, we need a loan too. Like niggas over here dying.
Well, remember, they weren't really having the whole experience. A lot of them, because of COVID, they were doing cremations.
Somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to do it. That means I'm still working.
What, they were doing cremations because they couldn't.
Because at the beginning, when people didn't really know, like, oh my God, is COVID airborne? Is it going to kill us? They weren't burying people that had COVID. They were doing cremations.
Man,
Do you keep that urn, or are you like, ugh, grandpa?
oh boy, I ain't think about that.
Well, you got to keep the
Dark
urn.
places up in here.
Yeah.
What you mean? Do you keep? You got to keep it. Why'd you even?
What if grandpa had COVID and you were dusting
Mhm.
and you knocked grandpa over
man.
and it's just boom, COVID all over your carpet?
I'm pretty sure fire burns the COVID out. Yeah.
We would
I don't
hope.
think you get dusted by COVID. No.
You want to test it out?
I don't think you
Coughing
get
like Easy
COVID like that. From ash?
From ash.
14, nigga. 14 T cells.
From ash.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Uh-huh.
You gonna take that risk? For pop pop?
I love pop.
And watch your lungs pop, pop.
You guys have no loyalty, man.
Your lungs be like pop, pop.
So you're not gonna take the risk for your grandfather and urn for your child? Who are you taking a risk for? Nobody?
If your child,
Nah, fam.
if your son, anybody, your loved one had COVID and you cremated them, I promise you that cremation is going to be in a box with duct tape around it.
You gonna quarantine the urn?
You're gonna have to
It's
earn
gonna be in the back room.
that urn gonna have to earn itself inside the house.
Oh man, you guys I don't think COVID works like that, guys.
It's gonna be in the garage.
I feel like we know enough about COVID to know it's not a
Well,
problem.
now we know enough, but back then
that
we
urn
didn't
is
really
gonna be
know.
like a Jumanji book. It's like it's gonna be buried.
Pandora's box.
It's gonna be buried on the beach. Like, what is this?
Mm-mm.
Back in 2020.
And COVID just seeps out like the mummy.
Go right in the nose, like the cheese of Monterey Jack.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, fine.
That's
That
an
dude,
old reference
he
right
would
there.
get
You're
high.
too young for that. You don't know about Chippendale.
You know I'm
Monterey
knocking on
Jack.
40, right?
Yeah, Monterey Jack. You know about that, right?
Of course.
Come on, baby.
I'm like,
I
this
grew
is
up on
40.
that.
This is me, right there.
You
See
rocking
how I
right now,
barely
Conrad?
move?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I got some good news and bad news, Chaz.
Oh boy.
It's mostly for Chris too.
Oh, mostly for Chris too. Okay.
You sound like every man I've ever been in. A
Oh,
relationship with.
because I'm soft.
You're not gonna like this.
The good news is we're still recording.
Okay.
Bad news is I don't see the light on your mic anymore, Chris. So no, it has nothing to do with that. It's the thing that's recording you.
No.
So hopefully,
Womp,
I feel like
womp, womp.
I feel like I hear you pretty good in the headphones though. I feel like I hear.
yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
why I started doing like this.
Am I like going over?
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. So you're getting the sound up here.
Well, I'm gonna put this down then.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it down.
Well, what? So you sure it's off though?
Well, I don't know.
If Dion farts, we'll find out.
Baby.
Oh, just watched. What?
Let's read.
Oh no, I just visualized CP.
There is a dating app for people with STDs.
Seal the contents and put it in our highlights. Disconnected. He said dumb.
I said, oh,
Zombie pumps. The big sis kind. Man, I wish I knew what you guys were talking about at the same time. Nothing stops the pumps, the zombie pumps. Nothing stops the pump. Community CP. Oh, what about it? Oh, is this a phrase he said?
Dion, when are you going back to Ohio?
somebody read that?
Lois Lane would like to know when you're going back to Ohio.
I'm embarrassed. Sadly, this is gonna be a twofer. Since my mom and my dad has passed, it's very hard for me to get pulled back to Ohio. Only time I go back is for weddings or funerals. Sadly, my family. Usually, when you go back home, you like, hey, I get to stay with my mom. I get to stay with my dad. I don't like a lot of the family members to be able to stay at her house. I can't really let my hair down when it comes to like staying at my cousin Earl's house, you know, because it's like, this is uncomfortable. You got cats, or you're not that clean. You know, you got to invest in like hotels, you know. When you are a man and you have like family members that have like children, you got to have that in mind. Like, okay, I don't want any sort of misconstrued. Dion came here, you know, this happened. So
Uncle Dion saw me in the shower. Like,
nah, man, I don't want any of that.
I was just trying. I didn't know they didn't lock the door.
I don't want any of that. I need a single male cousin, and it's just us. Nice house. He works during the day, and you know,
get your Airbnb on.
Right. So it's hard to me to go back home. You know, even though it's home, it's like I can't think of anybody's house. I have a friend, one of my best friends. He has a whole family, and I don't want no, you know, incident. Last time I stayed with him, when he had any children. I have another friend. Last time I stayed with him, he wasn't married, and I don't want any sort of like incidents or. I don't like how he woke up, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning. Dion was peeing, and he caught me in my gown. I was like, I don't want that.
See, our incidents are so different.
Yeah,
like you have to worry about. I don't want them thinking I touched a kid.
Right.
Like I'll give you an example. My brother, my niece, God bless her, but she's annoying. And when I went there the last time, they live in Florida. It was hot and I was irritable because it was hot. And then I was really irritable because she started to annoy me. So I was like, you know what, Zoe, let's play hide and go seek. And I just let her hide.
And you didn't
No. And then my brother and his fiance came home and they were like, now mind you, this kid been gone for like an hour. And they were like, where's Zoe? I'm on the couch watching Law and Order SVU. And I was like, she's here somewhere. They're like, you don't know where she is? The front door, you needed a key to open the door to unlock it.
So you know the kid's in the house.
I know she's in the house.
Right.
She's probably drunk off of bleach in the bathroom.
So every now and then you like, Zoe, where are you?
Oh no. No,
ammonia.
I wouldn't do that. No, every now and again, like I am the worst aunt ever. Like every now and again, I would just start counting. And then I would start to count real slow. So every now and again, I'd like yell out 75. So she would just keep hiding and thinking I was looking for her. Yeah.
It is.
Those are, you know, it's different what you and I go through.
Yeah. How about you, Chaz? When you go back home, who you stay with?
Well, I'm actually going back in 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 10 days. I'm going back to Michigan.
You like your family?
Yeah, I love my family.
That's awesome.
I'm going to stay in a hotel.
There you go.
For a few days. I might stay with my cousin, and then I'm going to stay with my best friend in Grand Rapids for 3 days.
Yep.
So that is the plan.
And how you feel about? Do you got family or girlfriend or anything?
Yeah, he's married with three little girls.
And they fine with that.
Yeah, I stayed with them last time. You know, I mean, yeah, that's my fam. You know.
Yeah.
So, and then I was so happy. Because I saw them in December, and I'm going back. This is, you know, me going back to Michigan twice a year has not happened in a long time.
Right.
So I'm very excited to go see them. and then I'm taking Izzy, so
Good.
she can finally meet her family.
Yeah. You know what's gonna be weird is you're gonna do all the introduction and like, hey, this is your cousin. This is your cousin. She's like, I don't really care. I don't care.
But you know what we do pretty well?
Pictures. Pictures.
Well, not only the pictures, but like FaceTime, you know. So even if she doesn't know everybody's face, but she knows all my aunts, she knows all their names, you know. She's gonna know who such and such is. Some of the cousins, you know, I have like the core, you know, because then you know you start getting other ones.
Mhm.
Like I don't really know, I know the core,
Mhm.
right? But they're all scattered anyways. So you know, I'm just gonna see a couple aunts, pops, and then we're gonna go hang out. My brother lives in Muskegon, which is like an hour away from Grand Rapids, which is like an hour away from, you know, from Lansing. So yeah, man, it should be a wonderful time.
Yeah.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's a big 5.
I realized
Damn,
that-
6, 7 years old. She's not in height. She's tall.
wait, she's what?
She's tall. She
Yeah.
looks like a 6, 7 year old.
Right. Yeah. She's pretty tall. I realized that the first 10 years of me outside of living in LA and going back home, I was a superstar back home. When I went back for my dad's funeral, I tried to make this big announcement. Hey, y'all, I'm back in town. Who wants to hang out with your boy? Now that we're in our late 30s or 40s, it's like, hey, man, just go out and get some White Castle or something. And it's like, oh, y'all don't hang out with me no more. Okay, that's what's up. It's like your star definitely dimmed down. Like we're an adult. We at work.
Yeah.
We are rubbing our knees right now. We are not going to clubs or bowling. And everybody wants to eat. Let's go to Chili's. Let's go to Friendly's. Let's go to Ryan's. Let's go to Ponderosa.
No one even knows.
Oh, I miss Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Ponderosa was solid. No one even knows I'm coming back. No
We
one
just
knows.
aged ourselves.
Yeah.
Ponderosa.
Mm.
You
Did
guys
you have
Those
hometown-
chicken wings were amazing.
Hometown was it country buffet?
hometown? Yeah, I feel like there was 2 of them. I feel like there was hometown buffet.
Out here,
It is like a country
country buffet.
home, something like
Yeah,
that.
country buffet. Hometown buffets out here.
We had a Ryan's. Did you have
Yeah,
Ryan's?
Ryan's, yeah.
Ryan's rolls,
The
bro.
tiny little chicken wings. Yeah.
They were delicious.
Are there good buffets anymore?
Somebody said, Dion, let's go see Dave in Yellow Springs.
Y'all LA weird now. They're LA weird now. I'm an East Coast person.
I think that's wait.
I
Is
will
this
never.
weird or weed?
No,
LA
she said weird.
What does
Like-
that mean? What's LA weird mean now?
What is it? Like that P is creepy now? What?
Penis. P is for penis
With a
in
P on my
my
hat?
vocabulary.
I thought it was for Pittsburgh.
We are so different.
I don't-
Pittsburgh Pirates. You thought it was just penis? That's what you first think
But-
was the letter
No,
But-
well, I mean, if I see the letter P, that's where I
P?
go.
You go right to penis?
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
And then other things: penis, parrot, pastor.
You go from penis to parrot.
Yeah. like,
Chicken head.
Okay. So when you see D, do you go right to dick?
dick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Not Detroit at all.
Oh God, no.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
No.
It's right to the V,
Vagina.
right to it.
Mm-hmm,
Not victory or nothing.
mm-hmm.
Victorious vagina.
Okay, that sounds intimidating. Since you entered, oh,
You never do like
Oh.
word association or
Yeah.
like that's
Mhm.
yeah.
but if you like give me a letter,
L.
Love.
no,
Lesbian.
say luscious. What'd you say?
Lesbian.
Okay,
M.
man.
Miss.
Misogyny. Like it's
boy.
just it's different.
Oh boy.
Misogyny.
Yeah.
See, you gotta go back. Don't stop going to therapy, sweetheart. Because I'm starting to hear
You're not done.
misogynistic. You're not done.
I am choosing to be done.
I don't think that's how being
tired.
done works. You can't retire
They
from
gotta-
mental health.
They got a search
you
warrant out. They got a search warrant out for her. Like, we gotta fire her to get her ass back in.
Like I'm sick of this.
She's violating her
Sick.
court order. She has court order therapy
What is
5 days a week.
what is it called when the tow truck come and pick up your car?
You
You
repo.
they need to bring her back. Find her. Bring her back.
Repo therapy.
I feel like at this point, I'm so aware of my shortcomings.
What are your
Mhm.
shortcomings?
Oh my God. I'm very vengeful. Oh, Jesus.
Very vengeful.
Yeah, and I will like I know I rationalize my own BS. Like I know it.
Everyone does.
Okay.
See, But most people don't know that they do it. They try and pretend like, oh, I didn't know. I know. Like, I know.
You're
Like,
toxic.
oh, yes.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's the first step to recovery, knowing it and acknowledging it.
The
Most
reason
people,
why I cut you is because shaving is therapeutic.
I mean, it is. I would feel better if I
Mhm.
shaved my legs this morning,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, we all would.
that hurt me.
I'm so sorry.
But not really.
Ah!
Yeah.
I was saying that as in Chaz was saying that as like, yeah, we all. But you said, yeah, we all would. You went that direction. I thought you said like, yeah.
But yeah, I'm wrong if I say D is for dick. That's fine.
Mhm.
You're not wrong. I was just like, oh, there's just so many other D words. Dick wasn't the first one I comes to.
But you should, because you're a man. I would think that would be the first.
Oh.
What's your word association?
What
If I
do you
say sunshine,
happy,
pool,
cool,
clock.
time. Very simple.
Dion, we're going to you.
I'm a very
I
simple
like where
person.
this is going. I like this is going. Keep going.
I'm a very simple person.
Coffee,
Cream,
vase,
flowers,
car,
wheels.
wheels. Do you mean wheels or wheels?
Don't do this! Don't do this! No, me and Chaz has an ongoing thing with this. I can't stand y'all.
You're like Stewie from Family Guy.
No, wheels.
Say whipped.
It's cool.
Say whipped.
Here, this is for you. I'm gonna get some better.
No. Oh, you don't want to share with me anymore?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
We're gonna wrap up soon anyway.
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half.
Well, it's your fault. I
We-
try to wrap it up.
When did you try to wrap it up?
When I put the condom on, nigga.
I just
Condoms, safe
I
sex.
went to read for 1 second. There are condoms. What happened? Do you believe that people masturbate to porn with condoms?
No. I believe it's a raw dog only situation.
I agree. I had that thought the other day. I was perusing Pornhub and I saw the rim of a condom on a penis, and I was like, they still make this?
Sure. There was a law that was going to get passed that porn stars had to use condoms.
I remember that. Matter of fact, I met someone out here because I'm a responsible adult. I got tested, and there's this testing location where one of the people that worked there, he was actually a part of that era. He was a porn star, and unfortunately, he contracted HIV. Yeah, and he filled me in on him.
That was the end of his business. He couldn't work no more.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
What's
But
he do
now
he sells insurance.
he works in the testing centers, and he's a counselor, and encourages safe sex.
I had HIV once.
Yeah. Now you got me curious because I want to ask him, like, are you undetectable or is it like detectable?
Yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah.
I think that was a very out of left field question.
I'm out of left field.
It came out of nowhere.
No.
Like, oh yeah, do people masturbate with condoms? Like, that took quite the turn.
That was my word association. You said
With
condom,
what?
and I was like, oh, I did have this thought the other day when I was watching Pornhub. I'm like,
Dion did say condom, huh?
see?
Okay. All right. Well, you're not crazy.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, okay. So out of those 2 or 3 what'd you call them? Not disabilities that you have.
Disability.
What-
Toxicities.
Sure.
Shortcomings.
Are you trying to work on them?
I think I
Like,
have-
vengeful sounds nuts. That sounds crazy.
It does, but then when I rationalize, I'm like, okay, the Bible says, God is the vengeful God, and I'm like, okay, I like to be helpful.
You're like, me too, God. That's crazy.
Well, I'm like, we are all created in God's image, so there's that. And then I like to be helpful, so I was like, okay, he's got like sick kids in Africa and every place else that he's got to take care of, and tsunamis, and like God's busy. So you know what?
I'll do the
I'm gonna
bench.
take care of this bitch myself. God, I got you.
I'm sure God appreciates that he can count on you. to
Yes, I'm very
outsource
dependable.
Your business. I'm busy. I'm all tied up. Who can I call? Oh,
Ghostbusters.
Call Chris. Chris would always go cut it.
Yes.
Not a problem.
I have my shank on my little skirt right now. You stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay. Okay. Are you really in therapy?
I was.
Really? How long?
I did it off and on.
More you put up red flags.
Boy, put red flags up.
That's all right. You could keep your little red flags. I love red flags. Bulls run towards red flags. No, I've done therapy off and on. Let's see, I'll be 39 in October
October what?
28th.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
yeah.
I don't want to see anything about like, oh, it's because she's a Scorpio. No, it's because, you know, I'm married, fuck niggas, and my parents were very interesting. people.
Niggas, plural.
Twice.
Oh yeah, married two fucking
I'm
niggas?
very marriable.
Back to back.
I love divorcing you. Like once I realized, so okay, I do believe in working things out when it's workable.
Mhm.
But just like a business, if you see, okay, this isn't working,
Mhm.
let's restructure.
Okay.
Okay, well, now we're still running into the same issue. I think at some point you have to stop restructuring and you just need to close the business down.
Okay.
So that's yeah.
Okay.
So with therapy, for me, I know a lot of people go for maintenance. Anytime I've gone, it's always been because there was something in particular that I realized, hey, I keep coming up to this problem.
Okay.
Let me work this out. But the one thing that I always asked of the therapist that I had was, we need to have a goal in mind.
Okay.
I personally don't believe, and it's not one of those like I'm judging anyone, but for me personally, I don't want to keep going talking about the same thing. To me, I believe advice is what you ask for when you basically already know the answer. You just wish you didn't.
Okay.
So if it's something that I know is a problem that I keep coming up with and I genuinely cannot figure it out, my goal with my therapist is, we need to figure out what resolution looks like. How can I map out with you getting to that resolution? And then once we get there, I'm tapping out.
So you come straight in and tell the therapist what's going to go down.
I mean,
That's
I think the truth of the matter is,
you go like, hey, listen, I know you've been doing this for 30 years. Here's how it's going down,
but
bitch.
let's be honest. A lot of therapists do allow their clientele to remain unhealthy and unhealed. It is a business at the end of the day. If it's just like, all right, well, if I heal you and you're no longer sick, you don't have to keep buying from me.
Do you think there's a point when people like are done going to therapy?
I think there should be, unless, like, even with the people that say, okay, this is maintenance for me. Just my train of thought, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong, it's just mine. If there's something consistent in your life where you feel like I constantly have to have another source or an outlet for this every single week, I say re-examine your life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's necessarily a therapy thing. It's like the person that feels, oh my God, I just have to go on vacation. I understand change of scenery and relaxing, but if you need a vacation from your life,
yeah,
that's something that's worth examining. And that's how I look at it.
I think that the therapist's goal is supposed to be to give you tools that you can use in your everyday. So then you don't need to go see them. You know, like you'll have your, okay, I understand myself a lot more and why I act this way. So when I feel these triggers, when I feel these things, all right, let me conduct myself accordingly to how I want to be, right?
Yeah.
And your therapist should be giving you things. You should be trying to hopefully have a new routine. You know what I mean? These things that, because I think of it as the same thing as personal trainers. They're not supposed to train you forever. They go, here's the system, here's the goal. Give me referrals. Like I will continue to work. When people see my magic, I think they work off of referrals more so than they do off of like, because it's not like they're the same kind of thing as like doctors who are like, oh yeah, you got diabetes, we're here, take all this stuff that keeps you sick. I don't think mental health works in that same way. I think their whole thing is like, here are the tools, here's what we assess, here are the tools.
They're essentially the same thing because they're just like a trainer, and as opposed to physically training you, they're helping you train your mind. They're giving you those tools. But that's why I said at some point you do have to say, all right, I have these tools. Now let me go out and use what I've learned.
But a therapist doesn't get love for not curing or fixing somebody.
Mhm.
they're not going to be regarded as this great therapist if they're not helping you. If they still had to come and say, I'm still at the same place, then he's doing a terrible job, right?
Like I'm concerned when I hear people say, "Oh my God, I love my therapist."
Mm-hmm. You're
That-
concerned about it?
That to me is a red flag because your therapist is supposed to challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
So when the people are like, "Oh my God, I love them," why? Because they allow you this space to come in however often you do and validate your nonsense.
I don't think that's what therapists do. I've been going to therapy for almost 2 years. I don't think that's at all what happens.
Think about how many people are in therapy or have these conversations about therapy, but most of them are still the same jacked up person that they were. I'm like, clearly there's a disconnect somewhere.
There's some
Either
more severe cases than others.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and a lot of times people go to therapy and you have these therapists that say, okay, you know what? Let's just keep validating. Like I have one girlfriend, she has been going to therapy for, I think maybe seven or 8 years. I was thinking about breaking down our friendship. We've been friends for 15 years. And I remember the time that she started going. I can honestly say there has been no change in her at all. It'll be like, oh my God, I feel so overwhelmed. And she'll go to therapy. She'll have this woman tell her, you're right, woo, 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 self-care. Hey, did you soak in the tub? And she'll give her these, did you journal? And she'll still come back out and nothing has changed.
Well, is it her fault or the therapist's fault?
I think it's a combination of the two, because I do think it is your responsibility to acknowledge, hey, there's been no growth. There's been no progression in me coming here. What am I doing? But I also do think that a responsible therapist should be able to acknowledge these things in you and say, hey, maybe I'm not the best fit for you and your needs. Then start referring you out to someone else. But to keep just having you come every week and, you know, like you said, they're trained, they're skilled in this. Okay, well, then you have that discernment to say, okay, I can tell this person's BSing me.
And that's true. Some people may need someone else.
Yeah.
You know, but also if I say, hey, did you journal? And you're like, I haven't journaled in months. You're like, hey, dog, you got to do the work. I can't be home with you. You got to do the shits.
But a lot of therapists don't hold people accountable.
They shouldn't. That's not their job.
If you hold them accountable, not like, hey, I'm coming in and checking your homework, not like that. But if you hold them accountable to ask that question, okay, you come here, you pay for this, you say you want to do X. Me asking you or advising you to do this, this is part of that tool. This is part of that work that we're going to do. I'm asking you if you did it, you didn't ask yourself why. I personally believe that. I've had those therapists that will make me hold my own feet to the fire.
How many therapists have you had?
4.
In the past, what?
Almost 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember every single time that I got one, I had 2 within the 2 separate marriages. You know, again, like when I acknowledged there's a problem here, and I also had to realize first and foremost, your friends and family can be a support system, but there's always going to be a certain level of bias. And for me, I also don't want to bog someone down with the same thing. Once I realized, okay, Chris, you keep going to your dad, your best friend, whoever it might be, that signaled to me, you know there's a problem. You'd rather vent about it than actually work through it, but it's consistently a problem for you. Now you need to go to somebody and figure out, why are you so comfortable breaking your own heart? So for me, it was that take responsibility for your own situation. The third therapist I had a major death in the family that rocked me. And that was one of my uncles who was my pastor. So at that point in time, it was a struggle with, okay, I grew up in a Christian family that said, take everything to the Lord in prayer. And I looked at, okay, my uncle is or was 50 years old. He had 4 children, a wife. He never cheated. He was a good dude. He became a pastor, you know, all of the things. So I started to have a struggle with my relationship with God at that point. So I was like, ooh, I need to talk to someone about this. And then the last time was after my grandmother passed.
Mhm.
And luckily we were able to have about a year and a half. She had gotten stomach cancer,
Mhm.
and she let me know. This was April of 2021. She called me and she let me know, hey, I have stage 4 stomach cancer. The doctors told me I had 3 months. So at the time I was living in Mexico. I was like, I'm coming back home. I need to spend this time with her. Luckily, I was able to get an additional 15 months with her.
Mhm.
And during that time, I got to know her because she, I guess she was like, fuck it, I'm on my way out. I might as well like be, keep it a buck with you now.
Mhm.
But the things that she told me, I didn't realize until after she passed. I was like, wow, the perceptions that I've had all these years growing up of what my family looked like, what my thoughts about how a wife was supposed to be, or even my thought of, oh, grandma and grandpa were happy. Because she had been so honest with me, it rocked me.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh,
Mhm.
you probably need to talk to somebody. Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I said, every time I've gone, it's always been for a reason. And even when it came to being in therapy, talking about what was going on in the marriages at that time, like when I say like, yeah, and again, like keep in mind, I'm a comic first. When I say like, yeah, I'm toxic, like I know that, but I've also acknowledged in those spaces, hey, I don't like the fact that when my husband does something I don't like, my first response is to put him on a guilt trip.
Mhm.
I don't like the fact that I will manipulate him to get my way.
Mhm.
I was always very aware of it.
Mhm.
What I didn't have, and that's why I went to therapy, was the tools. Like, how do I get past this? Because
Mhm.
I'm acknowledging, you know what? I'm afraid
You're like,
that
am I evil? What is
wasn't
this?
it wasn't even so much a am I evil? It was okay, I'm acknowledging that I'm exhibiting this behavior because I'm fearful that if I don't manipulate this situation or guilt him into doing what I want, that I'm not going to get the outcome I want.
Mhm.
And the outcome I want is security. Okay, let me talk to this therapist. What is my root issue with this lack of feeling secure?
Mhm.
Why is this my go-to? Why am I not equipped or feeling safe just telling this man how I feel?
Okay.
So with things like that, that's why I say, yeah, I do go into therapy with a clear goal, because I don't want to just go sitting there like, oh, you got a new plant. Like, I don't give a fuck. I want to have, this is a problem. It's something that's really causing a problem in my life, and I want to fix it. So let's talk about that. I don't want to get into all this other, no, not doing
The way
that
you're
shit.
talking right now lets me know you need to kind of stay in these find a fifth therapist.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep getting off your chest.
What was wrong with the fourth one?
There was nothing wrong, with her. Like I said, after my grandmother passed, we definitely had a lot of conversation about it, and I made peace with the things that I learned from her. And the one thing that I realized was the problem was the fact that she just was gone. With, I don't know if anyone listening has ever watched someone die from cancer, but it was the jarring, okay, you've got 3 months. Ooh, okay, let me soak up all this grandma I can get in 3 months.
Right.
And then you get into this false sense of security. It's like, all right, it's 4 months, 6 months, she's still here. And at that time, like, she's eating, she got her appetite back, she's gaining the weight back. Oh, we're going out, we're, oh, she wants me to take her to Costco, cool. Like, and then it was immediate, I came over today, she can't get out the bed. Ooh, okay, I haven't seen her in a week. Next time I come back, grandma can't even talk to me. Like,
so her decline was really rapid.
Exactly. It went from, oh, I'm so hopeful, like maybe they're wrong. Oh, maybe the cancer's in remission. And then it was, okay, I've gotten so comfortable with getting to know this woman as a woman and not just as my grandmother. And I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this. This is amazing. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
And then it was that smack of like, man.
Grieving is
Exactly.
grieving sucks, man.
Yeah,
Exactly. The reason why, and I'm not opposed to going back into therapy, but I'm very much a person that believes in sorting your stuff out. I like even remember even like breaking bones. I'd be the person like, no, I don't need this crutch. Like I like
Sitting in
to
pain?
not well, I do think that's important. And I think a lot of people don't allow themselves what I now consider the luxury of sitting. You have to sit in it sometimes.
No.
I-
You immediately you can experience the pain, but you need to align that bone back together so it can heal properly.
There's a difference between sitting and wallowing. And you'll notice I choose my words very carefully. I think that there were certain times where I used to wallow in it. But I think there's a difference between sitting in it and saying, okay, you know what? Let me be still. Let me acknowledge, hey, you know what? This hurts. Hey, this is making me upset. This is making me angry. Process it. I think because we've gotten so convinced that therapy is the way, it's the way, the truth, and the light, we're constantly looking for that immediate, instant gratification.
Sure.
And for me, I'm like, hey, I'm going to sit in it and figure it out. And when I get to a point where I'm saying, you know what, I'm maxed out on everything that I could possibly do. Now I'm going to look for somebody else. But I think a lot of us, we know, like a lot of us, we really do know the answers. We just don't want to deal with the knowledge of it. It's like once you see something, you can't unsee it.
Right.
So for me, I say, hey, you know what? I need to see it. And I need to be able to deal with it. And if I feel like I can't deal with what I've seen, then I outsource. But that's just me. I'm not saying that works for everybody, but I know some of my greatest epiphanies have come to me when I allowed myself to just sit in it and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, you did screw up.
But just kind of piggybacking off your analogy, if you break your arm, you need immediate care. You need to align that bone back together so it can heal properly. But what you're doing is you're breaking your arm and you're sitting in it. You have a broken arm, and then your surrounding, your life is going to start healing as with a broken arm. But what's going to happen is you're going to have to break it again to align it back. And then you're getting hurt twice versus dealing with it immediately. When you're broken, it's time to get that help. But you're saying you're sitting in it with a broken arm. You're broken. You're like, I just need to sit in this. I need to sit in this.
If you break your arm, then you're like, you know what? This was my fault.
I need to sit.
I did this. Like,
No.
You need help. You need to go to the hospital. No.
Yeah, you probably like. I was gonna say it for a second.
No. I understand from a broken bone perspective, but I think that a lot of us we rush ourselves into, I gotta hurry up and fix it. I don't feel like your healing is ever going to be immediate. And sometimes, like, you'll find people that go to therapy and they're like, okay, why are you here? I don't even know. I give myself the luxury of being able to say, I know why I'm here. I've sat in this shit and I can't figure it out. And I can tell you, I can effectively communicate with you. This is why I'm here. I don't think a lot of people give themselves that.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not let me just walk around with my arm flailing. It's like, no, let me at least attempt to try to figure some stuff out myself. I don't think a lot of us do that anymore.
Right.
Yeah. When I went to therapy, it was like, I told her, I was like, I know I'm not myself. I'm not exactly sure what's happening. I'm a mix of emotions all the time. This is not like, I'm usually pretty straight and narrow. And then we just talked for a year and a half. And then I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. That sounds like me. Oh yeah, I guess I do that. Right? That sounds like me. So how do you stop doing this? Read this, read that. Go look at this person. Oh, look at this document. Oh, you should follow this person's podcast. And it was just so much information. And then, and I know for me, having a pretty strict daily routine was what I used to have when I felt great.
Yeah.
And then when a kid came, every routine went out the door. Everything that I did every single day was gone for years. And then it was trying to get back to it. And then when she said that, I was like, yo, that makes a ton of sense, because I was very disciplined once upon a time. And then it was just like everything just kind of like the rug put out from under you and nothing's the same. You're trying to figure out what's happening while you're in it. It's like trying to be like, is this a tornado? Am I in a tornado? How do you stop this tornado?
And I think a lot of people, when they get
Dion wanted to be off camera.
What? What they say?
Dion's off camera.
Oh man, I was giving y'all the benefit so we can read y'all.
I can read, I just squint. What is this? We live in a traumatic state. Being fully healed is not a real thing. And I agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. Like when I hear people that'll say like, oh yeah, you know, this worked. I'm like, it didn't work. It's still a work in progress. But you know, and I don't know if it's the way I'm phrasing it or what, but when I say like, yeah, you know what, at this point, yeah, I'm good here. Let me unpack and deal with and learn the lessons and you know, take the examples with everything that I've learned. I don't think that we allow ourselves the space to be able to say, you know what, I can't, or even just don't want to deal with or add on any more weight right now. Mm-hmm. Let me sort this out. Okay, cool, therapist, you brought this here. We've had this revelation. Okay, I've learned this on my own. Okay, cool. Now that I have everything here, let me sort through it. Mm-hmm. And then once you feel capable, like, you know, okay, I've lightened this load. Let me take on something else. Let me see what else I can tackle. Mm-hmm. I personally don't see any shame in saying I need to tap out. Mm-hmm. You know, when people say like, you need to get back in therapy, it's like, do you want me to just continue on a hamster wheel, or do you really want me to be able to unpack and get something from what I've been doing? Mm-hmm. That's just me. I just feel like we rush everything. I'm so comfortable. Like even with, you know, you'll have women that'll say, oh my God, I'm a certain age, my biological, I need to, like, I know this skeezer right now. She's
gotta be a skeezer?
For many reasons that she knows. But she is about to be 40. She's not in a position in any way, shape, or form to bring another child into the world. But her thought process, I gotta do this, I gotta meet him, I gotta do it because my time's running out. Is it? Mm-hmm. Or can you take your time? And can you trust that what is supposed to happen is going to happen when it needs to, if for you? If
biological clock, when it comes to women, is the same as when your friends are dying, you be like, oh, you get that butterfly. It's like, oh, mm-hmm. It could be my time. It's like I got to do something. I gotta leave a legacy.
But who's making you think that? Is that truly what you feel, or is that something you?
I mean, you have to think of that. You can't just like, I'm never gonna die.
I got news for you. But that's what I'm saying. The only two things you absolutely have to do are stay black and die.
Sure.
That's it. Everything else, every other belief system, that's acquired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know, it's if I could say if it's the same feeling. Women got to deal with both. Got to deal with both death and is it too late for me to have children? Is it too late for me to get married? Because everybody needs to lead. Anybody. I mean, it sucks because we live in a society where we're always comparing ourselves, you know, age wise, look wise, demographic. We grew up together. He's way more successful than I am. We're the same age. We're more successful, and we live in a highlight reel when it comes to Instagram. But it's really hard not to compare yourself when it's like, man, I am older than every single player in the NBA, and it's like, damn, how did this happen so quickly? And it's like, man, LeBron James can do a lot of stuff, and it's like I can't land wrong. Mm. And it's like, what happened in my life that was so much different than his? Yeah. And you see people that's like 1 year younger than you. Was like, so he's a multi-millionaire. We grew up together. It's like, well, where does our lives go so differently? Man, he went to Fiji for 1 day for a photo shoot. It's like, man, what happened? We all compare ourselves to that.
And that's ego.
And I mean, come on, man, it's life now at this point because you have to look at yourself and say, what can I do right? What can I do different? But at the same time, you don't need to compare yourself. You shouldn't compare yourself, but it's kind of hard when you're on social media, you're on TikTok to promote your brand. And it's like, I put a lot of money in this video and I got 12 views.
But let
And
me
it's like, and I see a nigga tap dancing with clown makeup on. He's going viral and he's on the shade room. And it's like, hey,
On a grainy iPhone.
no, and it can be frustrating. Like we were talking about this when I got here earlier. But that's what I'm saying. A lot of it is ego. So if you say, okay, you know what? Seeing this is frustrating me. You have people that say, well, I'll just turn it off. I just won't watch it. And I say, that's cool. That's one way of looking at it. Or maybe look at you first and say, okay, what about this is bothering me? What about this is frustrating me so much? Why am I comparing myself? What does success look like to me? And that's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot to be said for allowing yourself to feel something. We're so hell bent on this. I'm uncomfortable. I'm like, I'm like, hey, feel it. You figure things out in the feeling. You can't figure it out when you're listening to this one and you're listening to that one. Sometimes I feel like you're outside of listening to God, even listening to yourself. God gave you your voice. So if you can just sit down and trust, hey, let me hear me for a minute. Let me figure out something. You will be fine. I think there's a lot to be said, especially for people in a creative space. I understand how frustrating it is. You spend money on all of the content and you're like, man, you know, like I posted something a couple weeks ago and I meant it. And I had a bunch of comics, you know, that were friends or peers reach out to me privately and they're like, yo, like you can't do that. What I said for people that don't know me,
you keep stacking onto your story,
was no, because I just wanted to make sense so I don't ramble. I am not a person that enjoys doing reels. The taking the sound bites and trying to find something funny. You will never see me doing a TikTok dance, none of that. And
I agree with you.
and again, I understand and I respect the people that do it and are able to get those numbers up and create viable businesses and multiple streams of income from it. But I acknowledge this is not me. I only started doing this based upon comparing myself and my career to what other people were doing and what I was feeling I was lacking because of what I saw everyone else acquiring. So the post I made, I was like, you know what? And I posted a throwback, the type of creative content that I like to do and that feels good to me and that speaks to my brand of humor. I was like, yo, if I can't do this, I'm done with it. You know, it's like that Drake song, like the minute I stop having fun with it, I'm done with it. So I had people reach out like, nah, you know, I felt like that. And, you know, but then I got the hang of it. I'm like, respectfully, I understand that. But you got the hang of it because you didn't want to trust you and what you wanted enough to say, yeah, I can learn this, but I just don't fucking want to. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being honest with yourself and saying, hey, you know what? I legitimately don't want this. For me, you know, like we were talking earlier about, you know, the frustration and funds and all the things. I had to get to a point where I said, okay, you want this, whatever that level looks like. You're not there yet. So rather than being miserable all the time or comparing like, and this one's doing that and that's dumb and I'm better than that. Like, we know all of these things. What can you do right now that will allow you what you need so you can pay your bills, sustain yourself, but most importantly, feel good about what you're doing? How can you live your life right now that will make you feel good until you get to this point? I don't think a lot of people allow themselves that.
Two things. If the person that you are comparing yourself to is like, listen, I was in the same boat. This is what I did. And it worked.
Yeah.
It has like sort of become a mentor. You be like, huh, okay, but I don't want to do that. You're like, okay, cool. If it's like, you know what, let me do it myself. Me and you, we're gonna work out together. We want to lose weight. Every single day we're gonna walk 5 miles. We're gonna meal prep. And only you lose weight. I'm gonna still feel away. I'm still comparing myself because it's like we're doing exactly the same thing. We're eating the same food. And it's like it's hard to be like, no, I kind of focus on my body. You're gonna still compare. It's like, what am I doing differently?
See, honestly, I stopped comparing.
It's hard not to if we're doing the same exact thing.
But it's not impossible because for me, it's a perspective shift. I'll say, okay, you know what? We are doing the same things. We're eating the same things, but I acknowledge first, we're not the same person.
Sure.
So I could look at it like, damn, Dion lost like 20 pounds. And I'm like, all right, well, let me acknowledge. All right, well, Dion's a man. I'm a woman. Or let's say you're Diana. I can be like, all right, let me check in on me. Like that's just where my headspace is now. And I'm not saying that it's not difficult to maintain it, but before I'll look to somebody else and compare, I'm going to look to me. So I'll say, okay, you know what? I've been doing this for X amount of time. I've been eating properly, all the things, exercising. Nothing is changing, but I'm seeing this over here. My thought process now is, you know what? Let me go to the doctor and make sure. Maybe I might have a thyroid issue. Maybe there's something underlying that's happening. Hey, you know what? Maybe I haven't been sleeping. You need enough sleep to be able to have your metabolism. Like whatever that might be or however that might look, right now, I look to me first.
But you're still comparing though, because you got to have a template of where you like, because you wouldn't have gone to the doctor if I didn't lose the weight. If we both plateau. Listen. If we start off 100 pounds, and in 6 months,
y'all need to eat.
I had to go for the second easy man. For the second easy man,
Yeah.
We start off 100 pounds. I went down to 80, and you gained weight. Stop it, man. Stop it. And you gained 120 pounds. We're still comparing. Like, wait a second, something's wrong with me. Let me go to the doctor. If I was like, man, I haven't lost any weight, you'd be like, yeah, me either. You wouldn't have went to the doctor because you're still comparing yourself to me.
There's a certain amount of comparison, but again, I would still look at it. What if everything is what it should be? If I'm this age, if everything is healthy, and I know common sense is saying, if I do these things, this should be happening, and I'm not getting this result, I'm still going to look to me first. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not negating, I'm not ignoring it and saying that it's not difficult to not compare, and it's not difficult to not see and feel those things that make you feel like you're not doing enough. But it is that work that I do every day, sometimes multiple times a day, to say, you know what? That's not your path. And you got to be okay with it. You need to figure out what your path is and have blinders on. So nothing that anyone else is doing ever rocks what you know your path is. And I think one of the biggest things that I learned from my grandmother before she died was, your path, there are going to be times where you're not going to know what that is. You're not going to know what that outcome looks like. And you have to find peace in that.
Yeah.
You have to. So, I don't know if it's smoking a lot of weed and just being high all the time, but when I like the peace that I have right now.
Do you smoke a lot of weed and high all the time?
I smoke before I go to bed. I don't smoke during the day. I wish I could. I admire the friends of mine that could wake and bake and be functional. I'm not that person. But when I'm getting ready to go to bed at night, I will smoke, and it helps me sleep. It keeps my blood pressure low. But I don't know if it's that or if it's just finally growing up and saying, okay, you know what?
What happens if you don't smoke?
There are tons of times where I don't smoke.
I'm just asking, what happens? Is it like you don't want to see that person? Or is it like, you know what, nothing happens?
No, nothing happens. It's probably the day where I don't have to use as much mouthwash because I don't have smoker breath. Like that's really the only thing. I'm not at that point where if I don't smoke, my attitude or my disposition gets, off kilter. It's not. The only difference that I notice is if I do smoke, I sleep through the night. Most times if I don't smoke, I'm guaranteed I'm going to wake up at least once. Yeah. That's really the only difference that I have with it.
Hey, Chris, I've enjoyed this unpackage.
Have you?
Of Miss KH.
I don't believe
that.
Miss KH.
Chris Harris.
Oh, no, it was
what you learned, Chaz?
No, it's been a great conversation. Because, I like that we even started off super silly, of course. And then
D is for dick.
It was in there.
It was in there, pun intended.
Every time you think I'm an adult, I bring it right back.
And then, because, I don't think we get serious often. But we'll definitely have our times and it's like, well, let's talk about some real shit. So I like that. I always like to be able to do
some balance.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially if
Am I the yin to your yang?
The fact that you was like, you came in and was like, when is the time to start doing this with therapists? Like the whole therapist talk, he was like, let's talk about this. Because I've been battling. I need to talk to somebody about my therapist.
Because the other therapist about the therapist? This therapist, man.
You know what would be funny if it was a therapist, a secret therapist, going to a therapist and was just like, let me kind of just challenge her to see how good she is as a therapist. Do you remember the movie The Negotiator? When the negotiator
Yes.
had to talk to the negotiator?
Yeah.
I would love to see, like, let me see if you can unpack what I'm going through and create a crazy scenario. It's like, yeah, so this is going on with my family. It's like,
Mhm.
and you just kind of like keep on like playing chess with her.
It's very funny. That was a movie. Yo, listen, the negotiator talks to negotiator. They were like,
He's, I know your plans. I've practiced this. Yeah.
Man, let's wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Are we gonna do
Are we doing this?
We don't have to do it.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. She has, you know, it's funny, she has no idea what's about to happen.
You say what?
I'm just looking at this comment from
Oh.
Frasco Black. He's like, I thought somebody had died.
Well, you
when
came
I
late,
pulled up."
man. You came late in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, he probably just had like a very somber conversation. Like,
Yeah.
what? This ain't Lackaroni Chaz. I
Like, I'm
remember.
not somber. That's just
Once you
my
go in the
voice.
beginning, you know.
Huh?
What's it? When you watch
Yeah.
from the
Go
beginning.
all the way back. You'll,
Yeah.
you'll see how we got here.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys. You got to do this thing with us, okay? We're gonna do
Is this
the.
peer pressure?
Well, no, this is we're gonna do the. Thank you for watching Lackaroni Chaz. And it's yum 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 yum. Check please. Okay.
Lackaroni and Chaz.
Yeah, and then you have to do. We're gonna do like yum 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 yum, like we're eating.
He
Like
does.
Lackaroni
He
Chaz.
does. Thank
Yeah.
you for watching Lackaroni Chaz. And
Are you two munches? Is that what that is?
Oh yes.
It's a confession. Got it. All
That's
right.
what munches. What do you mean?
yeah,
2024. Who's not munching around?
yeah, backside too.
All right, and then you gotta hit the check please with us. Okay. So it's thank you for watching Lackaroni Chaz. Check please.
Oh, that's so respectful.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm like, you're like, okay.
You
got
can do
it.
Europe, you know. All right,
Yeah.
do a remix.
Okay, you ready? Thank you guys so much for watching Lackaroni Chaz.
Yeah. Check, please.
You didn't raise your arm. You didn't even raise your arm. Like how do you eat? This is no. What do you do? Yeah, you gotta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check. All right, you ready? Thank you guys so much for watching the episode of Lackaroni Chaz.
Yeah. Check, please. the delay is crazy.
Nigga, just the arm goes. I just said this.
She said, "Oh, when we doing check, please." She said, "No."
I'm still eating.
What?
I'm in the entrees. Y'all on the 4-course meal.
Are you gonna raise your arm this time?
I don't know why it's just not going up.
I mean, can you control it? All right. Do this. All right, we're gonna do it all together. It's 2 moves. I'll keep the hand up the whole time. Okay? What are you doing? What are you doing? You gotta act like you're not about to do anything. That's what makes it special. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Lackaroni Chaz.
Yeah. Check,
Why are
please.
you rushing this?
She asked for the check before she got the bread. She said, "Check, please. We haven't given you the free bread yet."
Goodness. This is not gonna edit well. Not at all. It's not gonna cut good at all now.
It's a real one.
Are we gonna even do the whole thing? Like,
I got it. Let's do this. Is a real one.
all right, ready? Thank you so much for watching another episode of Lackaroni Chaz.
Yeah. Check, please.
You gotta at least make an attempt. You gotta at least make an attempt.
I just gave you blooper gold.
What do you
Yes,
mean?
Yes.
I'm
Chaz gave up
sorry
quick.
that I am Jermaine and you're
Oh,
Michael.
boy.
Oh, don't you disrespect Jermaine. He has hits. I just played it for you. He has hits.
He had one.
And he has hit a plateau.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching the episode of Lackaroni Chaz.
Yeah. Check, please. Do you mind if I give him some more?
Yes, please.
A lot of laughs we're cooking up in this podcast. Typing XD is high key to live stream. It's mostly positive conversations, except we tend to get darker than elbows on Wesley. We sort of pop up like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Mr. Chaz Rogers, Big Ready from Lansing. I'm Lactoast, ENT. I guess we paying for the bills, so give us another check, please.
I had no water in it. Them was dry as hell. I was like, Dry as shit.
And the funny thing is, I couldn't even hear because she got earphones on. So I was like,
Oh,
okay.
hilarious.
And I was like, am I on beat?
It was terrible. All right, thank you guys for a 2-hour episode. That's not our longest. Maybe, possibly, probably. I think so.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, y'all.
Chaz is not going to invite me.
No. The funny thing is, it's an ongoing.
Absolutely not. This is not happening.
The funny,
Hey, no Chris is allowed on. I don't care if it's a female Chris, a Chris with a K, C, a Chris with a Q. It's not happening.
a whole new christening.
Yeah, no more Christian. You know what? I'm not calling Jesus Christ no more.
No
You know
more.
what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
Jesus, no last name.
Yeah. So the good thing is, anytime somebody in, we do the same little prank every
Yeah.
single time. So
Yeah, you're not the first victim.
it's,
There are pranks.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a prank. It was just like you messing up on purpose.
Yeah, we knew this was gonna happen.
So
No, I'm naturally a screw up.
No, but we know. I mean,
Yeah.
we designed it for you to
Right.
look awful while we do
so no matter how good you do it,
it.
it's
Yeah, it was
gonna-
going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Whether you did it on time, I was gonna make something else.
It's gonna still.
Yeah,
We'll find a flaw.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. Wrong hand. We'll
This
figure
part's gonna get edited out, so
Yeah.
it looks like you just messed up without it saying.
Yeah.
But they know.
out.
They
Yeah.
know.
Hold
They
on
know.
to your chest.
They know. They're the ones who encourage it.
Keep
You
on
think we
going.
would do it
Keep
if it
on
wasn't for
going.
the people like do more people like that?
Yeah.
They're the evil ones. You think we're evil?
They call it it's called the orgy because they want us to do more people.
Yeah. Like, how many can you do at one time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the couch. This couch was just
Wow.
seen.
I mean, this. If you do the math,
A lot of DNA on this couch.
A lot of black ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, thank y'all. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I apologize for the air.
the air.
Yeah, it's cold air.
What are you talking about?
You not cold?
I don't notice things.
Oh, okay.
Feels good.
Yeah. I before y'all arrived, I had embraced. You know how I am, Chaz. Anytime I hop out of the shower, my body is hot, and I'm always sweating. And I was like, let me go ahead and hop in this.
How'd you hurt your tailbone?
Oh, we didn't talk about
We
it.
didn't talk about it.
Damn it. We spent 2 hours.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about it. You gotta say for next episode.
Who broke you?
Paul.
Who's Paul?
I'm being silly. You press stop?
Yeah.
And what were you doing with Paul?
You don't want to know.
I'm concerned.
No, I backed up into a. So you know I'm a writer editor. You about to get hit. Writer editor. So a lot of my times I'm sitting all the time, and my butt tailbone is always like sitting on like either some sort of that chair right there is trash. It's one of my favorite seats, but it has like a little metal bar right there. So when I'm writing in that chair, it was just pivoting on it. So I was writing and editing and
The blue.
the blue one, yeah.
Hmm.
And then I backed up into a doorknob, and it hit it hard, and it's just been irritated ever since.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I'm getting checked out on 21st March.
When did you do this?
It's been a long time, and
But
you
y'all
can't
want to
avoid-
give me broken arm references, and you sitting here, you got a whole broken ass.
Right. I know this, and I've if you want to see my doctors or what's I gonna say, appointments? Yeah, appointments, visits. They kept giving me like meds and X-rays and MRI. My MRI is gonna be on the 21st. So that's what happened.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be. It's your fault. I told you what should I do, and you said I don't know. Dang, that jumped down quick. We was up at 21. It went down to 9 just because we exited out. That's what we doing, y'all?
You're still on?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We stopped the camera, but it's just alive here.
Good to know. I told you before you need to let me know when you're live because
You gonna say some
I say
crazy
things.
things? Still here? Yep.
Yeah.
You watch gang. Hello, late.
I like this Jessie person. She's communicative.
Yeah. Okay, LaShonda. Appreciate your love. LaShonda, where you from? Hey, Chad, turn the arrow for me. Turn the arrow for me.
Fresco Black. I wonder if his name.
The shy.
Ooh, they have toxic Negroes in Chicago.
Mm.
I think it was the crack that did it.
What? You don't like crack?
No, the crack epidemic. I
Mhm.
think that's why so many men of a certain age in Chicago are
I'm sorry. Press stop on the
Scary.
audio as well.
How
Oh,
much,
terrifying.
what stuff do they give you to learn? You gotta do.
Don't forget to dump that too.
I want to know what Fresco's real name is.
All the past
Fresco
presidents.
Black. It's my guy, Fresco Black. He finally got the live. He said that recently.
I can't even tell you all the presidents of the United States.
So let me see if they say anything about you when we were talking. Yeah, they were talking to you. She needs a new therapist. Chris and
How long
Chris has boundaries. I love it. Yep.
That's it?
Oops.
Hell
I don't know. I'm so behind so far. I don't know exactly what they were talking about.
Oh, I was reading. That's every time you saw me lean and squint.
Well, when they said, nope, you need to ask her to figure that out. So I don't know what they were talking about.
That's at least 15. Is it always been like that?
Be serious in here today.
See, she gets it. She's like, her therapist calls her to the mat. I'm telling you, a lot. It's so unpopular because it means that you have to acknowledge that you are being played, but there is big business in Black women's brokenness, and a lot of these therapists, they keep playing on it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, any business is going to have some sort of business going to be taken advantage of. When it comes to food, adding steroids and preservatives, churches, hospitals. People will find ways of taking advantage.
My mother texted. My mother texted.
You gotta say
your future ex-wife.
Yes, thank you.
She won't marry you.
It's happening. Tell her I got a 401k.
She doesn't care about that.
Oh. You excited?
No, my stomach.
No.
I told you I was hungry.
Yeah.
I didn't eat breakfast.
You fasting?
That's why I was talking about the sushi. No, all I had was coffee because I wasn't hungry when I woke up.
I gotta go do some work. Okay, I'll call you back in a minute.
He has this look about him like he's the business friend in a gang of hoodlums. Like he looks like the guy that keeps you out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. And then turn it off so the power goes off on the side. It's like a little pull down. Other side. Pull it down like some panties.
Like I feel like with all
you gotta hold it down.
Like hoodlum crews, there's always one guy like he's the brains.
Me?
And that I feel like that's what he gives me.
Crazy. I know we just met.
Are you a criminal?
I'm not a criminal.
This one needs you.
Not the brain.
This one needs you. Dump the audio first.
Yeah, we're doing that right now.
And then take your card.
I got the card already.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dumping taking my little adapter.
All right.
I'm not a hoodlum or a criminal. I'm just very irresponsible. So I'm not the guy you would call to be like, "Hey, I got this plan. Let's see it through."
But it's a look you have.
You call me to be like, "I need a ride." I'm like, "Oh, I got you, dog. What happened?" And then you go like, "Yo, I need to talk." I got you, dog.
It's a look.
If there's anything else past that, I'm useless. Yeah. And it's inappropriate sushi.
As you heard my stomach.
This girl.
My stomach growl.
She keeps talking about the sushi.
And you you probably picked up audio of my stomach.
I'm certain. Y'all heard this.
You gonna get sushi right now?
I'm hungry.
I don't like sushi. And I have food in my refrigerator that I can't wait to eat.
What you got?
Did you cook or did you buy something?
I cooked.
What did you cook?
I have a pizza. Hold on, casserole.
A pizza.
That sounds fat as hell.
It is. It's pretty much a deep dish pizza. All the fixings of a pizza is in a deep dish. That's that. Huh?
I said, what you got on this card? Oh shit.
Is that bad?
Come on, Dion.
Go to the first one, right?
Black ass.
That's what it said?
We you taking pictures of, my nigga?
Hold on, you scaring me now.
What you mean for real?
Don't, hey, nigga, hey. Are you in audio, media, multi? And go to track 1.
What's the other shot?
I don't know, man.
What are you?
That's not. Yeah, no.
Can I be helpful?
No.
Good.
You should. It's audio, right? It says wave. Just hit space, yo.
Let's see.
No. Go to the next one. That's Twilla. That should be right there.
It's really 5 o'clock. Oh
Right.
my God. Ew. You ever just feel like you're just throwing a day away?
Yep.
I did that yesterday.
We're gonna exit y'all. All right, y'all. Toodaloo.
They've been on the whole time.
Who? Yeah.